Who's ready to ride? My shooters got shooters. Once you're in the sight, our aim is the truest. You know I got soul and you know he a fighter. Call him the podcast piper, the smoothest of snipers. Red Dead Panda from the shadows, with a point of precision. The glue of the crew, an assassin with missions. And Nero the line, front line in the block. The shotgun of the truth, the podcast rock. Aim down sight, we don't miss. Aim down sight, we don't miss. Tune in on your Saturday night. You can't miss, you won't miss. If you aim down sight. Aim down sight. Oh, aim down sight, yeah. Go. Aim down sight, we don't miss. Aim down sight, we don't miss. Tune in on your Saturday night. You can't miss, you won't miss. If you aim down sight. ADS, 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 oh no. Oh no. Aim down sight. ADS, 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 oh no. Oh no. Aim down sight. Aim down sight, we don't miss. ADS, 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 oh no. Oh no. Aim down sight.
All right, welcome everybody to episode 69. Because I'm a small child, I just had to I just love that we're on episode 69 of the 80s podcast. You know, had to have demo flow here for episode 69. Lyric is very busy. It's that time of year over in the States where he's a like hot commodity. So he'll be dropping in and out, I guess, over the next little while he's very busy. He's very busy. But yeah, I've got the biggest grifter in town, NextGenNero. He's grifting between every fandom, waiting for him to shift to PC next.
I'll be there when Xbox put out their next console.
Oh,
Exactly. But I'm going to throw to you, Demo. Before I do that, I just want to say a big shout out to everyone who's joining us live in the chat, whether you're watching us on YouTube, whether you're watching us on Twitter or Twitch. Just thumbs up if you're enjoying the show throughout, and we're gonna crack into it. Demo, what have you been playing? What have you been up to? And why is your new PC amazing? Because he was just telling us in the background, like he's got an OLED and everything
yeah.
for it. I'm like, oh, joys.
Oh shit. Yeah, man. Thank you for having me. Hit the like button and subscribe though. Don't forget to do that. Yeah, we're back at it again, man. Let's talk games. I'm super excited. I've been playing, the usual Outer Worlds 2. Definitely keep playing that. Ninja Gaiden 4 as well. Not as much as before because we just got Call of Duty and it's like, oh, how many games am I gonna play at once? So yeah, the latest game that I've been playing is Call of Duty, of course. I released yesterday, everybody knows, and I've been having a blast in the multiplayer with my friends. I still have to try the campaign, still have to try the zombies, but for what I play in the multiplayer, having a great time, like breaking hips and ankles, it just feels nice. And that's it, man. That's what I've been doing. Build a new PC for content creation, but for gaming as well. So it's just I feel like I'm in haven right now, having the best time of my life playing games. I feel like I was talking to my boys earlier. That we were in the Discord, we were playing Call of Duty and the multiplayer. I was like, bro, I feel like I'm a teenager that you know what I mean. Just went to a store, top Call of Duty, and I'm like, bro, like this is a shit. And especially because all my friends are on it on Call of
Yeah.
Duty at the same time. They all have access. Like, a couple of years back, we had to be like, okay, yo, let's come together and get Call of Duty for the homie and shit. But now we don't have to do that because everybody's like, okay, $15, whatever, Game Pass, we play it. We don't care about it later. We unsubscribe and whatnot. But the fact that everybody's playing a launch together is just like a beautiful thing. So I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited for the whole weekend. It begins now, man. yeah,
Yes. I
yeah.
mean, this last couple of weeks where it's just been games galore
Mm.
launching. There's so many games for this last 2 months of the year. So insane. Good time to be a gamer.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Nero, what have you been up to and why has it only been Nintendo games?
Um,
He's
definitely,
turning into
definitely
Harmon
haven't,
Smith.
definitely haven't only been Nintendo games.
I
But
know, I
see,
know.
Panda calls it grifting. I call it drifting. All right. I like to drift around between my multi platforms. I pretty much feel like Demo, man. He said he feel like a kid again, and that's the feeling I got from being
Yeah.
satisfied with having my big three. I always aim to have well, not the three, the Nintendo. I haven't had them since a Wii, but I always aim to have a Xbox and PlayStation. So having those two and having a Switch now to chop through that backlog, it's absolutely amazing. I've been playing Mario Odyssey. I'm trying to finish that because I got it on a cartridge. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get Metroid Prime physical or digital yet. So I've been playing that. I still been hooked on Ball X Pit, no matter what screen I'm on, whether I'm on my Series X or on my Switch. I love that game. Um, and been having a good time with Star Ocean, the
Oh.
second departure R. So I started that for the first time. Guys know I don't really usually jam with JRPGs like that, but I've been digging this one because it's not like really turn based. It's kind of like live action with
Mm.
kind of like Final Fantasy 7 in a modern one of those. So I've been enjoying that. Still been playing through Outer Worlds. I've been enjoying that. Apparently, I had a hot take on Twitter. Shout out Morby, shout out Lyric, because I said I don't think it should have been 70, but I think they took that the wrong way. I was saying if it was 50, I would have bought it so I could play it where I would want to be playing it at, and that would probably be on my Pro. with the dual sense for the streamlined, easier capture system, make reviewing it and if I want to stream it a lot easier. But I've been enjoying it, man. I just in the first Outer Worlds, I wasn't really a fan of the map design. You know, it's like you couldn't really go off the path to get to where you want to go. And this game kind of the same. It feels like, you know, I tried to go take shortcuts and I run into iffy, like I fall off the side of a rock and then I can't climb back up, so now I got to die and it'll take me back to the last auto save. That's why it's important to save and goddamn RPGs. Always spam save so you don't have to deal with this. But besides that, it's a step up in so many ways as well, man. Great facial animations, details, textures, feels good. I'm sticking to uh my style. So I'm just investing in my speech and my observation because I'm a gambler. So those
You
are
and
some
I were
things I
both.
want to mess
You
out.
and I both were the observation. Like you and I were like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Lyric
So
was
I
the odd
just
one out.
been Larry had got to start over again because he said he keep dumping points and sink in like different spots and he like that's not it because now he don't got enough points for nothing, no skill check he come past. And I'm like, yeah, you kind of got to commit to a style with those type of ones.
You got to commit. Like I've done a couple of little things, but I'm still like committing to my main ones that I chose. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm.
Ninja Gaiden 4, still been playing that. That's pretty fun, like really dope game. Beautiful, awesome. I'm kind of like demo. I've been jumping around from other things, so I haven't really prioritized that. Or Keeper, I got to get back to Keeper, especially with it being so short. Finished Dispatch. I want to do another playthrough before I review it because I want to see like how vastly different the outcomes can be from choosing different options. Because for me, I put this above all the Telltale games, man, personally. And I love Wolf
Mm.
Among Us, and I absolutely love Telltale: The Walking Dead. Some of my favorite games, but
Was it
this is just different.
Telltale did the Batman series? Did they
Yeah,
do the
yeah,
Batman series as well? I love the
yeah,
Batman series.
yeah. I love the Batman series as well, man. But this I just feel like this kind of evolves everything Telltale originally started. This
You
for
want
me
to
is special.
explain Dispatch? I haven't played it,
Oh,
so
do I
something I
want to?
chose. I don't
Okay,
understand what
so
Dispatch
okay,
is.
so
So fancy
think
game,
about
yeah.
the boys what is it, Invincibles or whatever that is.
Yeah.
You think about those games and then it's like that, it's kind of like an anime. It's not heavy on the on the gameplay like any of the Telltale games are. That's not what it's about. But the actual dispatch aspect of the game I really like you got a group of heroes who all got their own personality and traits and skills and shit, and you send them out to the field to do missions like you're an officer dispatch and sending people to help. And it's just dope, man. It's really dope. It got little upgrades, so it's like very small RPG like elements, and the storytelling and just how everything plays out is just really dope. And you wouldn't get it. And this turns out I seen an article, not to go on too long about it, but I seen an article, and it was like this game was also made by people was headed by people who left Ubisoft. So I'm like, that's two fucking bangers, right? Clay Expedition and Dispatch from people that left Ubisoft, and I'm like they might just be the worst ran AAA um,
Mm-hmm.
game company in gaming. Period. I forgot to put it in here, but just toss
Yep.
it in there. Apparently, they was working on a Splinter Cell, and somehow that shit turned into what was the name? X Defiant. I don't know how the hell a Splinter Cell game turns into X Defiant. I don't know if they was investing in that, and they said, "Nah, we want to chase the live service thing," which is crazy in a market dominated by COD. I don't understand why you would want to challenge that instead of going for a single player big spy game.
Yeah,
But
considering everyone wants a new Splinter Cell, like
mhm, yeah, but that's
mhm.
pretty much all I've been playing, man. Just jumping around, playing a bunch of games, man. It's just so much dope stuff, man, and
Yep.
having a good time.
Mhm. Wow.
That's
Sounds like you
awesome.
have been having good. Sounds like both of you have. What have I been up to? So I stayed at my sister's yesterday, last night before as well. But I went to what did I do? A Go Green Expo, which is like all about sustainability and stuff. And so I tried heaps of different types of products, food as well. And I bought this Tamarillo vinaigrette, which blew my mind.
Mm,
But gaming wise, I have been playing a little bit more Pacific Drive and a little bit more of Outer Worlds too. As I'm very busy at the moment with work, I do not have a lot of like mental capacity when I finish for the day. So I've just been
Hmm.
like putting on a show or something to kind of like give my brain something to do while I just kind of lounge out and do nothing. So I've been really exhausted. But the weather's so nice today. It rained most of last week, and it's so nice today. And I'm in here doing a podcast, and I just want to be outside in the sun. But no, it's been a good week, and there's been some really good news. I'm just gonna throw in the chat. What has everyone else been playing? I know Lord Roughness said Arc Raiders, more Arc Raiders, and then after that, some more Arc Raiders. But what has everyone else been up to, and what has everyone else been playing? I do need to check out the Call of Duty campaign, though. It just looks really interesting with that big boss.
If it was
Hi,
single
Ray
player, I
Ray.
would have played it.
TGA and says Bioshock 2. All right. Well, we'll crack into it. So what have we got? Is it the Red Dead Redemption 2
Yeah.
stuff?
So this came pretty recently over the last couple of days. Red Dead Redemption 1 is releasing on PS5, Series X and S, Switch 2, and mobile and Netflix. It's going to be in PS Plus as well. It's 60 FPS, enhanced image quality, HDR up to 4K on PS5 and Series X. It got DLS, 60 FPS, HDR, and mouse controls on Switch 2. And this is the best part about all of this. Current owners of Red Dead Redemption get free updates on PS5, Series X, and Switch 2, which is awesome because I own it on Xbox, so don't got to worry about buying it there. It's going to be in PS Plus. Don't got to worry about that. I feel like that wouldn't be a game I wouldn't mind taking on the go with the Switch 2 when I go on vacations and stuff. So if you go on sale there, I might check it out. But I was excited for this. I definitely would have preferred an update for Red Dead 2, but hopefully we get that soon. For now, I'll settle for this.
They're doing this because something's been delayed.
Oh, of course.
Yep.
100%. They're like,
Yep.
look over here while we do this over here. It's a distraction.
Mhm.
Yes, sir.
It's good news, though, I think. I have so many friends who are OG Red Dead Redemption fans. They love number 2, but they just love your a main protagonist. I don't know if you want to call him a protagonist in the first game. And so, yeah. What are your thoughts on that? Demo, have you finished that game?
What game? Red Dead Redemption?
Yeah, the first one, yeah.
The first one, yeah, for sure. 60 all day. That's actually I like the first one better than the second one. Not because I understand that the second one is a better game, right? Like with more effort, right? Bigger budget, like they really like went all in with the details, yada yada. But like the first one, in my opinion, was more fun because it was like more action oriented. This one was more the second one was more oriented towards the how expansive this world is and the things that you can do within the game, right? I think that was the main focus, even though the story was awesome and all of that. But yeah, the first one, I love it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to I don't know, maybe try it. I
Maybe
don't know, but
revisiting
like
it?
yeah, but it's like a game that I tried that I beat like 2 times or something. So it's like I'm
Oh,
good. And
maybe
then
not.
if anything, the second one is the one that I should go back and finish because I got like 3 or 4 playthroughs and I always get to the same spot. Plug in the game back and try to play it again, and then I'm like, oh, what the hell happened? How did I get here? Let me start from the beginning, and yeah,
You
like that. I have like I don't know, like maybe like 50, 60
are you just
hours.
gonna have to play it on your PC?
Yeah, actually, it was one of the games. Like it's a standard. When you get a new rig, you download Cyberpunk 77,
Yes,
right?
yep,
That's
gotta do it.
number one. Cyberpunk, then Red Dead Redemption. You got to load up GTA 5,
Mm,
and all the big boys. Like I consider those like to be like graphical pillars. The in bro and GTA 5 incredible. But this new Red Dead Redemption, I'm excited. Like the PC actually got what is it like a release last year of this game being remastered for PC. So I think this is like a thing like it's so weird in the way that Rockstar operates because they actually did release the game on PC last year. So I gotta check it out. I'm not sure if they improve on anything, and it's just like the Xbox version. I'm not sure about that because I didn't really pay that much attention. But if anything, I just pick it up over there, and I think that's gonna be like a more worth it for me. But for those who own the copy, right, you get a free freaking update.
Don't get no
So
better
that's
than
dope.
that.
That I mean, no complaints, and that's the right way that these companies have to do things. Like if you are improving the game and you're doing updates, like I own the game, like you might as well come on, man. You don't have to milk me each time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, super excited to see what the hell is going on. And like you say, I think this is like just like a smoke curtain just to hide the fact that they like, they're busy at work with something else, GTA 6. And it continues to be delayed, right? And at some point, people are gonna get worried about this game, and some people are gonna start like throwing shit at this game because it's what gamers do. They get impatient. They be like, "Wow!" Like they start getting pissed off and emotional. And just be patient. I'd rather for them to take long and give me a nice game that I know that I'm gonna enjoy, rather than rushing and giving you something that is gonna be heavily criticized and it's gonna flop and people not gonna like it. So
If you're
I'm
gonna
all
do
for
something, do it right,
yeah,
right?
I'm all for devs taking their times, but I feel like they're almost playing too much with our, you know what I mean, with our FOMO, and
Yeah.
they just like sometimes they feel like kind of disrespectful, right? Like, man, come on, man, like, why do you even announce this thing like 2 years ago?
It makes it hard to really sit there and enjoy a game. Like you get really excited and you want to pick it up day one, and then they release it and it's clearly unfinished, and you're like, "Fuck, I'm not really excited to play a game day one anymore." Like, do I even play a game day
Yep.
one? Like,
Is it even worth it?
yeah, is it even worth it? And that's kind of how I feel about the Fallout people at the moment. Who,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
I have to check
yeah,
that one out.
you will.
Uh, yeah, I don't know. Like, did they update the game? If you own the game, did they update it? Did they do any updates or anything? Because that's what I'm
I
looking
don't
for.
know if it did, because it was
I would eventually get to it because I do love Fallout 4, and I do want to go ahead and do another playthrough. Like it's gonna be like my 10th playthrough or something. It's so many. So I always do like something different each playthrough. Like I like to play differently,
Yeah.
and I don't know.
For- for-
It's just a fun game though. So,
Yeah, I'm with y'all on delays, man. Until they get in that 10+ year range, man, I don't mind people being a little impatient when games taking decades to come. I understand it just a little bit, just a little bit. You think about all the things that can change in your life, how many people come
mhm.
and go, how many friends and cousins and
Yeah,
family you got that love games. Like I got so many homies that's it's sad, my age and younger, that was looking forward to GTA, and for a plethora of reasons they're not here right now. So
yeah.
it's like
mhm.
some people look forward to games because you might not be here by the time you get there. So I understand some of the frustration with these delays. Y'all was talking about the Fallout thing they just did, the $40.
Fall-
Yeah.
Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition, yeah, the one that released on the 10th. Yeah, we're just mentioning it. You haven't picked it up, have you?
Hell no, I'm not picking it up. I'm good with the version of Fallout 4 I already own. I don't really care too much for mods. I'm like demo, I can replay it. Me personally, I'm cool with
Yeah.
vanilla games. Like when it comes to Bethesda, I mean the mods is cool. I played with the mods, I added them on, but I like
When it
my
comes to
achievements. I like my
Bethesda, play the game 5 years later, it'll be fantastic.
yeah, that too.
Yeah.
But they just for me it's like they just did a next gen version. I already own all of the DLCs, which I've already picked up in the past for what, like $3-4, guys. They always on cheap get the complete
It's
edition
so
for
broken.
$9. So you
I'm just
know,
so disappointed with it. So like corrupted file saves as well have been an issue.
mm,
Like there's just so many things that are happening, and they're doing hot fixes to make things work properly, and I'm just disappointed. Like, how long has this been in the works? Why are you releasing it 10th of November? Why don't you release it next year? Probably because there's too many games next year. Who knows? But
Yeah.
like,
Probably.
people will wait for it if they want to play Fallout 4 and they want a better version. They will wait for it. Um,
what
I
makes
think
this a better version though?
it just needs to be
Yeah.
updated.
I want to see the updates. Like, what is the update about? Because honestly, I haven't really had time to check it out. But I do feel like all you're getting in this version is everything included, like all the
You get the
DLCs.
creation engine
150
updates.
creation club items,
Okay.
base game, all the official add-ons. It was meant to have updates for like stability fixes, glitch fixes. There was
Hmm.
a
They fixing
update to the
things that should have
creation
been fixed
menu, and
Yeah, I like
they
in the
were
patch.
patching for the PS5, the Series X, for improved performance and visual settings.
So
And
they're charging
yeah,
to fix things that should have been fixed with the next gen update that came not too
yeah.
long ago. And like I said, $40 pretty much to me sound like $40 for the 150 creation things because
it's not really worth it.
we got a
No,
next gen patch already that was at 4K 60
yeah,
in both modes, in the quality mode and the performance mode. So it's like you're
seems
not
like
adding
a
anything
cash
extra.
I
grab,
don't
right?
know. Yeah, I don't know what
Yeah, it's a
else you
cash
can
grab.
like how much you can improve the Series X S version. I really don't know. So
You
which is
can. I
why
think it's
like
as good as it's gonna get at this point.
yeah. The game looks beautiful still. It's
Hmm.
an amazing
Yeah.
game. Like you don't
Always.
need any of these now, but like I feel like this was like almost like if you want everything that
Mm,
we did for Fallout 4, here's your copy that
Oh
mhm.
yeah, the
encompasses
show
all
next
of
month.
this.
That's what it is, man.
Yeah,
The show
that's
next month.
that. This is
Man.
Probably
like
to
the
coincide with
ultimate
that.
edition of the same game, literally. And for those who own the game, I think what was it like $30 for the whole thing or $40?
Yeah, 40.
Mm, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about
Yeah.
that.
No upgrade through Game Pass perks, no half off, no nothing, just 40. So
Yeah,
it's like at this point, this not meant for us who already own the game. It's really meant for, everybody who's
newcomers.
about to
Yeah,
watch the show
Yeah.
and
yeah,
and get it. And I'm like, yeah,
yeah.
I
That's what.
guess take advantage of it.
That's what. There's no hype about it like that.
Yeah.
Right? And that's fine, man. Like whatever. At the end of the day,
Yeah.
we already played that one back when it came out, like years ago.
Hmm.
So
Mm,
Yeah.
who
you
ca
know
it's
what?
like Skyrim. How
I
many how
didn't
many
play it.
legendary
Hey, hey,
editions
hey,
and all of
hey.
that
I'll
Skyrim?
take another Skyrim today, brother.
Yeah,
Like
I
they said
didn't
they was
play
remaking, I'll take
Fallout
it.
But it's the
4
same
initially when it
game.
came out.
Same game.
Because what came out at the same time? I feel like the same week Tomb Raider came out when Fallout 4
Mm.
came out. And then like a week after that, something like COD came out or something was happening, and it was just an insane 2 weeks of these massive games coming out. Yeah. It was a
Yeah,
good week to
it's
be
a
a
I
solid
gamer.
game.
I think if they had included all this DLC in the Game Pass, that would have been
That would have
awesome.
been nice. That would have
That
been
would have
nice.
been nice. I would have definitely be on it like right now.
Yeah.
You know, but at the
Yeah.
same time, we got new games now, bro. So we don't have to worry about old games. I mean,
No,
with
there's
all due
just
Yeah.
respect to Fallout, Outer Worlds 2 is out
I'm ready for
and it's
Fallout 5
fucking
shit.
amazing. Yeah, that's what we need
New
to do.
New Vegas
Or
remake. Fallout
exactly,
3
or
remake.
Fallout 3 remake. That's exactly what we
Remaster.
need. That's where we
I'm
at.
happy with
So,
those. That's what I
yep,
need.
yeah, that's
get to
exactly
work on
true.
those.
Well, I
Uh
really want to play that. It's not done by Bethesda, but there's a company doing the Fallout 1 again. They're like remaking it, but it's done in like the style of like Doom. So it's done
mm.
as a first person shooter because the original one was a top down one.
Oh yeah.
And
See,
I was
that's
like,
what Bethesda
yes.
should be doing.
But so it's like
I'd buy that
pixelated
shit
and everything.
ASAP.
It looks really cool. But yeah, I'm really excited to play Fallout 1 that way
In
because I
first
played,
perspective,
yeah, because I played Fallout 1 on my PC when I was
and it was
young.
like a top down, right? It's
Yeah,
like
number
top
1 and
down. Yeah.
2 were. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
Um,
so this is awesome. I actually like that.
yeah,
Fuck with that, yeah.
yeah.
Are
I
they
thought so.
keeping also the other style too, the top down for those who want?
I don't think so. It's just because the art style is very pixelated.
Yeah,
But it's like it's like a passion project, for these people making it. So we'll see. But
that's
I'm
awesome.
keen for it.
Yeah.
I'm keen for it.
But is this like a mod or is it like a like an
Like
official
proper game.
a proper game?
I
Oh,
assume they've probably modded a specific engine, in order to do it because it's like reminds me of the Doom game around that first person like running around the map. Yeah,
type shit, yeah.
the
Awesome.
OG one.
Mm.
I've been waiting for a remaster of the first two. Yes, I agree.
All
I
right.
am into.
We got a Nintendo legend. I'm probably gonna butcher this name. Shigeru Miyamoto is stepping back from daily work on the Mario series, entrusting the franchise to younger developers.
Go. Sorry.
And he says, I quote, I still play the first 30 minutes of every new Mario game to make sure it really feels like Mario. This is dope. Odyssey. Uh,
Yeah.
I think it's good to trust youth, when it comes to a lot of things. They are the future. They are, fresh minds with creativity. They see things and trends that, and I'm saying this as if like I'm an old head, but like I'm really old, but it still stands, they're young, fresh minds and fresh talent, man. They'll have new ideas, new perspectives that, probably haven't been done before. So I'm excited to see, where they go from this. Hopefully they continue, making those great games they've been making for so many years. That's
Mm.
dope to see them entrusting the younger devs, giving them guys
It's
a chance.
it's sad though, like when you look at this.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was such a massive player around video games when we were growing up, like hands in Mario, The Legend of Zelda, Donkey Kong, all of these massive franchises he's been involved with for decades, and some of the most amazing games around that. And I think it's great that he's going to be entrusting those young developers, but definitely sad day when I heard this news around him sort of like stepping back. So slowly stepping back. But I mean he's still involved with different things, but it's like if you're a Nintendo fan, you grew up playing the games that he helped craft. Um, and you love those games. Ocarina of Time, like one of the best
Mm-hmm.
video games ever. Mm.
Yeah, thank you for your work, man.
Yeah.
As Panda
Yeah,
said,
man.
great library under his belt. Did a lot for gaming.
Yeah.
Did a lot for Nintendo.
Legacy, man, legacy.
Legacy. Um,
He's a big player. Yeah, I'm sad.
he is. So
Mm.
this is dope, and I hope it eventually tries to come to like all regions. We know what the tariffs and situations we got going on around here, but special regional PS5 digital edition announced for Japan, priced at 55,000 yen, which is equivalent to about 350 USD. Um, this just let me know, man. Nintendo is putting belt the ass to Sony over there in China. I mean, not China,
In
but
China.
in Japan. Look, I'm talking China. Uh, don't click that. But
That's funny.
Nintendo is putting belt the ass to Sony on home turf, man, over there in Japan. The Switch attach rate over there is just like insane. And the price they got the Switch 2, I believe, is about what $300 or 350 in
The
Japan.
Japanese
Yeah,
version one.
for them
Yeah, I
over
think
there. Yeah,
so.
so yeah, man, competition is better. We'll see if this work out for Sony. I think they need to try to bring that price of the base down to around that in the USA. You know, if you care that much to keep making PS2 sales appear out of thin air every time Nintendo update they hardware sales, then you should care enough to goddamn drop the prices as soon as you able to. And like I said, we know what's going on with the current economic system. I mean, situation in the states, so that probably plays a role into it. But that's dope, man. More gamers able to get in at gaming at a cheaper price, man. Never see me knock it.
Freaking awesome.
And
Well,
they
but
and they announced this at that mid ass state of play. That I didn't even put as a topic because it was a snooze fest. I put a couple announcements that was from in there that I think, but yeah, this was
Oh,
announced
do you
there.
know what? I totally forgot that State of Play happened this week, even though I
yep.
watched it.
Mm.
I
Um.
watched it and I completely
Did you
forgot.
did you see anything you like anything at all? I
Well, I
probably did.
mean,
If I did,
Oh,
I
I
can't
did
remember.
not.
Mm.
I
man,
mean, I'm not. I don't think I'm the market. Like, I'm not the consumer base for that version. Like, because that was a State of Play, like specifically like Japanese State of Play,
Look,
and I don't
I
think.
may be out of my element for this. I'm not Japanese and I don't stay on the eastern side of the map, but I don't think that should appeal to them either. I'm
Yeah,
gonna be
probably.
oh,
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think none of that. Maybe the price of the PlayStation being announced appealed to them, but like I said, this is Sony like really trying to go head up with Nintendo because what Nintendo is doing with the Switch 2 right now is fucking historic. No matter if you want to hate on it or
yeah,
love it, don't buy it, do buy it, it don't matter. It's being successful as fuck, right?
Yeah.
And it's having a great year for a first year console. They dropped some great games, man. Definitely better than Sony launch year, in my opinion. So You know, you got DK Bananas. We don't need to go through them. But anyway, Sony feels really intimidated, man. And I think this show was them trying to gain because they also at the end, they walk you through, oh, this is a DualSense. This is what the DualSense do. As if they're fucking, it's 5 years into this console generation. Who are you explaining this shit to?
Yeah.
Like it's a kid. You're trying to, you really trying to break down in that market over there. So, you know, we'll see if these lower prices help. Sony is successful as the numbers show. You know, they're doing pretty well. They got nothing to be scared about. But, you know, Nintendo on that ass.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I'd be confused when everybody be like, oh, you know, Sony won, Sony won, Sony won. I mean,
Yeah, Sony won the
Oh,
console.
the
Every-
console wars?
Yeah, I'm like, what?
Sony came
every-
in second.
everybody is
Nintendo.
winning in their own terms of winning. Sony, you're profitable,
Exactly.
you're doing good for you, and there goes they're winning. For Xbox, they're winning. They doing what they do with the units. They're happy with what they moving. If they wasn't, they wouldn't have a full on next gen console that's about to change what it mean to be a console. Even though Steam hopped on that, we'll talk about that later. But Nintendo is flying off the shelves in Japan and around the world. So it's like everybody's doing what they want to do. But I'm like, bro, y'all got to stop bringing up Sony as if they're just, when it comes to the consoles, for successful they are, bro. Nintendo is right there with them, bro. Past them. Like, not even with them, past them. The attach rates for Nintendo, the way a lot of these people talk about and dick ride Sony, you would think they will have Nintendo numbers. You know, I think Ghost of Yote selling 3 point something million in the first month. I think that's impressive. Because I really enjoyed the game. But let's be for real, when you brag about 80 million PS5s in the market, besides Death Stranding 2, I know it's been a busy year for third party games, but you would assume, that shit is selling what DK Bonanza is selling on a new fucking console. So it's like that. Stop it, man. People got to stop, man. Just be happy that the company you cherish and you enjoy is succeeding and doing good to keep afloat and keep generations coming, man.
Yep.
Stop. People got to stop with that war and shit, man. Because shit, Nintendo got it over Sony. Numbers lie, man lie. I mean, women lie, man lie. Numbers don't. But I'll leave that at that.
100%.
Stop
They
that shit,
intimidated,
Nero.
man. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, and it's like it's not like on no war shit and on no funny shit because I support both. I love both, but it is really fun to see Sony have that competition when it comes to like just hardware sell. I'm not saying Xbox isn't competition, but when it comes to selling consoles versus they got it on that front, right? But it's so nice to see Sony get their ass handed to them by Nintendo. Even with, like I said, every time Nintendo release their numbers, PlayStation 2 sales is just magically in 2025 going into 2026 still being sold somewhere, So that's really funny, man. And then like again, Sony counts the PSVR and fucking PlayStation Portals as PS5 sales, right? So I mean, when you look at it from that aspect, man, what Nintendo is doing is really impressive. And I love the Switch. I think it's really fucking innovative. Like that shit innovative as fuck, man. To me. So next news, man. Arc Raiders has managed to surpass Helldivers 2 all-time player peak on Steam. It also sold 4 million copies. Arc Raiders peaked at 462,000 versus Helldivers 458,000. Yeah, and also this is really dope. Arc Raiders store cosmetics will now cost less thanks to Embark for listening to the community. If you purchase anything that was that the community disagreed with the prices, you get a refund. Embark Studios. I don't know if you guys familiar with them. I know you are, Demo. I know you played a bit of the finals. I don't know if you connected with it.
Or
These guys are freaking incredible, man. Embark I really like Embark what they did this gen. I feel like they gave us one of the first like true next gen shooters with the
True.
finals. That's how I honestly felt about that prior to Battlefield getting here. Arc Raiders is just really just it's just a great extraction shooter. And I know PC players got a lot of great extraction shooters that we don't got on console. So for this to be everywhere, man, it's really refreshing to play this game, man. I can't recommend it enough for $40. Support the game, man. The cosmetics going down is huge. It's just that this game, every time I look up, it's something positive going on about this game. I hope they can keep that momentum. They just added a new map for those that are playing it, man. It's treacherous in there, man. Go in there with free loadouts, or if you go in there prepared to fight. People are not trying to talk. It's none of that. Hey, Raider, over here, bullshit. No, people are in there trying to smoke stuff. So I've been having a great time, man. Really fun game. You check out Arc Raiders demo?
Yeah, I did play the beta when it first, when it was first available. I'd sign up for the beta. I was super excited for it. But I played the beta and it didn't resonate with me. That being like the fact that it's a third person shooter, not a first person shooter, which is like the one thing that I like. For multiplayer, I think that the only third person shooter that I can really tolerate and I really appreciate, like, honestly, is Gears. That's the only third person
Mm.
shooter that exists for me, but that's just me. The rest of the shooters that I play are mostly in first person, but I did enjoy it for what it was. It's just like he released in a time that I had all these games that I was looking forward to for a long time. Like, okay, like Borderlands 4, which people had mixed opinions about it, but I did enjoy the hell out of it. I had like over 100 hours playing that game. And I continue to log in weekly to do the stuff that they have for you weekly because it's a live service game as well. And Outer Worlds, Ninja Gaiden, now Call of Duty is like, bro, like, where am I gonna fake Raiders Battlefield as well, which I've been playing too. Now
Yeah.
my problem is with this is like some of the Arc Raiders players and Battlefield players and Call of Duty players are fighting amongst each other, and it's like, why is this going on, bro? Like, our Raiders is one game that has nothing to do with Call of Duty or Battlefield. It's completely different. It's not even within the same genre. I mean, the only thing they have in common is that you shoot guns. That's it. Battlefield completely different from Call of Duty. It's another experience.
Yep.
You know, they have nothing to do with each other. Call of Duty, same thing. It's arcadey, it's fast paced, it's crazy, it's wacky, whatever. But they all so different that there's no reason why we should be comparing them, especially when it comes to their success. It's like they all
Mm.
have different audiences. Let the game shine, in their own league. Let them do
You're
their
asking a
thing.
lot though, man.
You
I
know,
Because
think
these fans, and
it's
I'm gonna
like,
say fan
why don't you
I
babies.
play
think
your
I
game
think it's
without telling me that I should play your game?
yeah.
Like, go enjoy your game. Like, you don't need to like knock on my door like a Jehovah Witnesses on a Saturday or something, trying to offer me to play your game. It's like, okay, I understand your game is freaking cool, awesome, but I'd rather play this. And
I
it's gonna be people like that rather, like,
yeah
you can tell them like, go play Call of Duty, go do this shit. They're gonna be like, I'm
yeah
playing all creators. That's what they like. Like, why
yeah.
am I gonna force somebody that is enjoying something to come over here to play Call of Duty and vice versa? Because
What
it
I
goes
think it
all the
is.
ways. Yeah.
What I think it is, bro. I just think it's more so like people are really happy it's finally some fucking competition in these shooter streets and actually games that are
Yeah.
on par, if not better than COD. And we haven't been able to say that for what, a decade, a better half of a decade
Yeah.
now.
And
And
whose fault
I
is
think
that?
I mean
Whose
that's the
fault is
and I
that?
mean that's what I'm saying. When Battlefield 2042 dropped, everybody was on their head. I seen plenty of COD fans because I'm more of a Battlefield Halo type of guy. Always have been. I never really fucked with COD outside of the original Modern Warfare trilogy and the first Black Ops, the first two Black Ops. I haven't cared. I always just been on just straight Halo
Mhm.
Infinite, really this whole gen
Yeah.
Apex. So I'm pro when you drop some bullshit and you charge it because for one, let's remember they wanted this
Mm.
shit to be 80. The
Yeah.
the online
Ah,
only
hell no.
the online only campaign shit, that shit trash. Thank God shit like this make me happy as fuck for Game Pass, and people
Yep.
even with it being $30, I'm happy that the people who like COD are always gonna like COD. If you like COD every year, you're gonna like it. But I think it is something to be said about the 80,000 concurrent numbers on Steam versus 300K last year, the same time for Black Ops 6. The campaign from what I started it, bro. For one, I was lagging in the campaign because it depends on internet, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" I got out of there. I ain't fuck with it. I did start playing. I played like maybe 3 team death matches. I was like, I'm more of a star. I mean, not star. I'm more of a Battlefield type of guy, and I would
Right.
rather go back and play Halo Infinite. But that's me. For everybody that's enjoying it, I respect that too. But I just think it's that sometimes the tables turn. When
Yeah,
Battlefield
yeah.
was at its lowest, you had everybody kicking it. Battlefield fans kicked it, and the COD community kicked it, and that
Yeah.
was needed because guess what? Now Battlefield 6 came, and it's one of the best entries in the franchise in recent memory.
Mm.
People being on Call of Duty neck like they are right now. It's annoying to the people that's enjoying it. Like I hate when people shit on Starfield. I love that game. I take that personal. Every time I
Yep.
post clips, you type in Starfield on my Twitter account and you look at the clips, you just scroll through there. It's just so many idiots just hating on the game. So that
Yep.
shit is annoying, but
That's
this
true.
shit is also needed, man. You can enjoy some shit because I still enjoy 2042 a bit. I still enjoy. I had a good time with it before I was like, I had to come to the realization like, yeah, this shit is ass, and I moved on. But thank God for
Yeah.
Game Pass, man. Like I said, thank
Yeah,
God for Game
for
Pass for
sure.
everybody that's enjoying it. More power to you. I'm probably try to play a little bit more of the multiplayer because I still do like the Omni movement and stuff like that. But I just like the grounding and realism of Battlefield, man.
Battlefield,
You
yeah.
know, that's why I'm happy they went away from 2042, all that futuristic bullshit. And then, I see people saying, "Oh well, nobody wants the COD of nobody's asking them to go back to World War era, World War II, We're not asking that. Like, you can give a modern day military story and have it be grounded in modern because we got great technology now. You know what I'm saying? So you can have it
Yeah.
grounded and you can just make up a situation. And Call of Duty used to do that. I know y'all remember the Russian mission from Modern Warfare when they did that shit in the airport. That's what you call taking risks. That's what you call like shock
Uh,
value and dope
Hello,
moments.
if they do that right now, something like this right now with this generation made
Well,
out of
that's
like glass the way it is,
yeah.
and everybody grifting on games the way like look, they're gonna get cooked, bro.
But that
Listen,
but that
I s-
They're playing
people
it
will probably
safe.
say the same thing about Dispatch, right? Like, because Dispatch is very adultful. You got dicks just uncensorated, like just superhero dicks in your face and shit like that. Like, it's really no developer studio is taking a risk like that nowadays. If you put that on any pretty table, they're gonna be like, no, that's not gonna make money. That's not gonna sell.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, it drops and it's one of the highest rated games this year. Send out a
yep,
90 Metacritic. Sold over 1 million copies in the first week. So all I'm saying is take some chances. And me personally, I'm the guy that enjoyed the Vanguard campaign. Everybody shitted on that campaign. Look, y'all shit on
that's
certain things,
crazy.
and then you get stuff like this. I personally enjoyed it. I enjoyed Battlefield 6 campaign. I'm the type of guy where when it comes to Call of Duty, when it comes to Battlefield, all I expect is cool fucking cutscenes, big explosions, and just good voice acting and graphics. Because we all know nobody is there for that for the most part. We're all there to go play the multiplayer and shit like that. But I still appreciate
Yeah,
the just to have the story there because you run through it by yourself. If you like me, you try to play it on veteran or something like that. Challenge yourself. So I mean, you damned if you do, you damned if you don't, man.
What's up,
yep.
Chrissy?
That's what I'm saying because there was a moment that Battlefield was amazing. Talking about Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4,
Mm-hmm.
everybody shared it on them, and it looks like almost like the community they take sides like, but not like fairly. They take it as turns. Like this is
Mm.
the season of hating on this. This is the season
The
of hating
season.
on that, and it's like, okay, I get it. Call of Duty destroyed themselves for a long time. They added score-based matchmaking. They added a bunch of stupid shit that nobody wanted. They
Mm-hmm.
went in the wrong direction for so long. Now they're taking steps into the right direction, and that's like no, it's not being noticed. But I noticed because I play them all, and I can tell you, Modern Warfare 2022, Modern Warfare 2 was ass, like straight up. Modern Warfare 3 was good. It was like when it came out, I was like, oh my god, the movement feels so much better. The maps were better, all of that. Black Ops 6 had its problems, especially when it comes to the maps. They were like not that good. And but the one thing that they improved upon was like the movement. They added
Mm-hmm.
on the movement. Now the movement is way better in this Call of Duty. That's the one thing that I noticed. Movement is smoother. It feels like nicer. They sort of like improve it and also added better maps that I think Call of Duty had like since Cold War.
Could
they,
be more.
they added way better maps than before. And I think that like, okay, I mean, we can still criticize them for other shit, but like let's also celebrate that they did shit like good. Like Call of Duty is not just a campaign, yo. Like a lot
Mm-hmm.
of people play
Mm.
Call of Duty and they don't even go to a campaign. Like I
Yeah,
know it's
I
the
hear the
important
zombies and
part.
multiplayer is pretty
Yeah,
good
yeah.
though. I have been
Um,
hearing that
yeah,
around.
yeah. And that's the thing. Like, just because the campaign is bad because people didn't resonate with it, they like knocking down the whole game. And it's just like, okay, hold on. The only thing that is bad here is the icing. But if you go to the cake, the sponge is good, the filling is good. Like, there's some more good stuff. Like, you can remove the layers that you don't like and play the shit that's good. You can do that too. And look, I don't want to sound like a Call of Duty chill, but I've been having fun. I don't know how long it's gonna last. Might last a couple of weeks before I get pissed off. But for
Mm-hmm.
now, the people that I've been playing with, bro, I was on stream yesterday, streaming Call of Duty, and people were excited in the lobbies. They were Call of Duty's back and having so much fun. I was like, bro, like what the fuck? This is not what I hear on Twitter. This is not what I hear on YouTube under the Call of Duty trailer. You know what I'm saying? When you go inside the game, people are having fun.
Because
They
real
trolling.
gamers are in those lobbies, you know?
Yeah,
Real
that's the
gamers.
thing. Like, it makes me feel like sometimes people just wanna hate for something, and it's like, okay, I get
Mm.
it. They were
They're
assholes.
just
They did,
looking for rage bait, yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And now it's like, okay, like they show you that trailer now. The campaign is bad because there's a big monster, big bad monster, right?
That
And then
clip
you're
is
taking shots
hilarious.
at it. Okay, listen. Did you know that this is not happening in real life, right? Like you are showing one clip thinking that the story is so crazy and shit, but like in reality, you are fighting inside the head because that's always what Black Ops been. They've been doing that shit for a while. That's how zombies came out, all of that shit. And look, now they do it in this one too. They did it in the past one, and I don't really get what is the outrage. I get it, like everybody want like military straight out. But like we already had that. Like Battlefield is in there. Like you want to play something like that, cool. I feel like let games develop. Let's game let these games evolve. The same goes for games like Halo. They don't these old heads.
See, that's
I'm
that's
sorry.
hard though
They don't
because
wanna allow games to evolve, bro.
that's
Oh,
hard
no, no
when you're getting
jumping. No,
sold
you
a
can
new
jump.
one though.
Guns,
Mm.
you can only
It
have 4 guns in Halo. The battle rifle, the this and that, the needler. If you add a new weapon, oh, this is not Halo. Like, bro, what the hell? Like, don't you get bored of shooting the same gun? And this is it. Like, the hardcore gamers are gonna stay, but the majority of players are gonna leave because they get bored. And that's why people criticize things like, oh,
You've
they
gotta
added a
keep
bunch of
iteratively improving on things.
they
You got
yeah, they
to.
added a bunch of skins in Call of Duty. 21 Savage and Nicki Minaj are running around. Yeah, spice it up because everybody's for a while was running around with like the same damn uniform, and now people are into customizing their shit. There's some skins that I don't like, and I hate that they're there. Boy, at the same time, it's like, okay, I just don't buy them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had somebody tell me on Twitter here. I'm gonna stop talking about Call of Duty now because we gotta move on. And he said that he wishes that me and everybody who played Call of Duty die and
that's
disappear.
crazy work, man. I'd never go that far.
That's just
That's
like
crazy work.
what?
Yeah,
Like
that's
I get it. You can
yeah.
hate the game. All you have to do is not play it. All you have to do is not watch it, ignore it, and move on. But wishing death upon
Wishing,
people,
yeah.
yeah, just because they
No.
like something or they play that's
Yeah.
just ridiculous. It's just like that, man. Like get the fuck out of here, get a life,
Yeah.
man. Straight
Yeah,
up.
get it.
Idiots, man.
Yeah.
The only thing I slightly counter is what the development for the games. I agree with that. The only reason I don't agree with it with COD is because literally every year it's a new one. So by the time this one finishing
Yep.
developing over the next 4 to 5 months, you're gonna have a new one coming out in the next 3 to 4 months. So by the time the game develop into a really good state, it's already a new one being sold to you. You don't get that with Halo because Halos don't come out every year. You don't get that with Battlefield because Battlefields don't go out every year. Arcs is rare. So those type of games, I agree. Let those develop because
Mhm.
you got to stick with them for the next 2 to 3, 4 years before you get a new one. With COD, it's like it's kind of frustrating. Like even for me, I don't buy it, but if I go to COD right now and I got to like wait for them to fix this or fix the server packet
Yep.
loss in the campaign or wait for a single offline mode, by the time I wait for you to add a lot of these things,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Game is
it's
done.
gone.
Yeah.
And I'm not
Next one's
knocking the
coming
people
out.
who love COD, and this is why I'm like, sometimes not you, Demo, but sometimes people get a little sensitive. It's like, nah, don't
Yeah.
worry, because
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you guys to demand better from COD. I'm the same guy that buy Madden every year. I'm no different from you.
Yep.
But I'm also on Madden neck. That's why on my review I said that shit trash. I probably never get sent a Madden review code or partnership, and I love Madden, but it's like, I'm on the Angry Joe shit.
Yeah,
You're
yeah, but
taking
you
advantage.
gotta you
You're
gotta
taking
tell
advantage. And
you
the
gotta
thing
let it have
is,
it.
the only people that can fix Madden is Madden. The people who
Mhm.
making it, they got to get passionate about it. The only people that can fix COD is the people making it, man. The people in those rooms. You got it when you got passion, and this is my thing with Call of Duty, right? And like I said, I never been my main. I always been, Halo, Gears, that over that. But the thing I always respected about Call of Duty is it had soul, bro. It had some type of dignity. It had some type of you played and you just felt the warmth and passion
Mhm.
that went into it. And I feel that way about Battlefield, but just it feeling like a real war, feeling like I don't know what COD really feels like in 2025, and I don't know what it really is aiming to feel like for the last 5, 10 iterations of it. It's just people. It's the
Yep.
same shit. People run around, jumping, trying to look extra twitchy, extra. There ain't nobody in the military doing that. Let's cut that shit out.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? It's a military shooter at the core. That's what they describe it as, no matter which one of the franchise it is. So it's like, you're doing a bunch of goofy shit. It's like at some point that shit become tiring. You know, and
Everyone's
it's
running
like,
around like they're on
and
LSD.
What if I
yeah.
show you that they do the same thing in Battlefield?
Oh, I know they do, and they ass get smoked
Uh,
by me because the Battlefield don't reward you for doing that. You might think you doing some shit, but a medic like me who just picked up 3 people gonna smoke your ass while you jumping around thinking you this not COD.
yeah, I mean, you get
So,
small, but you might get turned too. Shout out to Adidas, man, with the
yes, sir.
Good for
Adidas, thank you for the
you.
$2 super chat, brother. Man, I hope you've been good, man.
yeah.
Always good to see you in here, man.
It's just like we could be talking about this, man, for
Yeah,
hours. Like, so
yeah. I mean,
let's
it's
move
good to talk
on.
about. We definitely gonna move
Yeah,
on
yeah,
though,
yeah.
man.
It is, yeah,
Uh,
for sure.
All right, so we, keeping it shooters. We got 9 new game modes are in development for Battlefield 6 post launch content. That's kind of what demo was just touching on, man. Let these games develop, let more modes and shit come out. I'm all for that because Battlefield got a lot of modes now already
Oh
in the
yeah.
game. And I haven't spent full price on a shooter probably since Halo, outside of stuff like Arc Raiders. So it's like, I was really happy with, the 70 I spent on Battlefield as far as the content. Like I said, I'm one of them guys that enjoyed the campaign. I like all the modes, and I'm a medic. So I like being at the demo. I like being at the top of the chart, being 2-17. I'm still at the top of the chart because I know how to
In your
go play
life.
points. I'm saving people, and I
Yeah.
know how to play the objectives, man. And that's why I like too. You'll never be 2-14 at the top of anything in COD. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, for sure.
it's nice to have that feeling of just teamwork. All right. According to Konami site, Silent Hill F could be coming to the Switch 2, and last gen consoles, as in the PS4 and Xbox One. I think this is dope. If you develop a game for next gen consoles, right? And then they get out and because I played Silent Hill F. Digital Foundry was critiquing the pro version about leaves flickering. Man, this shit is fucking beautiful. When I play, that shit is stunning. I don't give a fuck what John Linneman and the rest of them clowns is talking about. So the game is beautiful, but if you get here, if you feel like you can double dip to PS4 and Xbox Ones and the Switches, I'm not gonna be mad about you going backwards. Just don't prioritize them. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're making a game in 2025 and 2026 and you're targeting the PS5, the Series XS, the Switch and PC, then let them be the focus. And after the game get here, if you can go back and just keep taking shit, knocking it down, down, and then you can put it on last gen consoles, I'm all for that. More people getting to play the game. Can everybody afford next gen consoles, especially all around the world? It's people who getting a PS4 and an Xbox One for Christmas this year, and to them that's everything. So if you can go back and give them the scraps and stuff like that, our leftovers, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I know you don't care too much about Silent Hill, Panda. Did you plan on checking out Silent Hill demo?
Nah, not really into horror games. Not really into horror
Yes,
games.
finally want someone
Okay.
who agrees with me on the panel.
Yeah, I
Nah, fuck
mean,
that, man. Nah, demo got entertaining
whatever.
streams. I'm requesting the Silent Hill 2 motherfucking playthrough stream, man. I'll be there
Heck
for that.
no,
That
fuck
shit
no.
will be hilarious, man.
That'd be funny, but like I don't really
That
enjoy
would be
horror games
hilarious.
because they're super tense. And I
Yeah, they are.
realized this a long time ago playing Dead Space, back in the Xbox
Mm,
360. I made the mistake of voila, Dead Space came out, whatever. I'm like, okay, let's do it. Got the new CD, go home, put it in my Xbox, turn it on. It was late night, nobody was home. I was by myself. Everything dark. I started playing that shit. I started getting like this. I was like,
yeah.
"Oh, this is intense." I'm like, "No, let me go back to Mortal Kombat or some shit because this is too much." I was like, "No,
I
no,
feel you on that. No, I feel you on that one. I can't. I
it's just
can't sit
like
there and do it.
not scared of the blood and gore like that. I'm
No, it's
scared
not the
of the
blood and
tension
gore.
and the moments that like you don't know what the fuck is going
The
on and what's gonna happen.
suspense and the
That's
waiting to
like,
know that there's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
is something gonna happen? Is not, and it's like, I just don't like it either.
I understand why you like it though, but at the same time, it's like, why can I just like chill for the night and have
Yeah.
nice
Yeah.
dreams and shit? Because that tension, like, one of the people who believe that sleeping is like one of the most important things in life.
Hmm.
So being,
Yeah.
in that I mean, it's that
Yep.
stressful. You release a lot of
Yeah.
cortisol when you are stressed, and that's not good for
Yeah.
fitness and a bunch of other stuff. So I try not to be in that situation. Not being a pussy or nothing, or nothing. It's just,
Yeah. No,
you
it's not
know,
for everyone.
yeah, yeah. No,
I,
man,
I
I'm a
only,
I
with
I,
the
just keep shooting
CTA, and
shit,
I
bro. I like to press buttons all the time.
yeah.
Like I don't really like games that I'm too idle and
Yeah.
walking around too much and nothing is going on. Like I want like stop, like non-stop action all the time. Like
It's funny
I don't
because
want like no dead times.
I like horror games for the opposite of what you guys are saying. Like I love
Yep.
games that make me feel shit. Like that's why I like story driven games, like emotional things.
Oh.
Like if you can make me feel something, that's why I'd be hooked on certain shooters like Arc Raiders, Battlefield, and
Mm-hmm.
Apex for so many years. Because you know demo and game and ranked in Apex, man, it's intense. Your
Is
heart is beating.
yeah.
Communication
Yep.
is a must. Like that type of
It's
dopamine
intense.
feeling is
Yep.
intense. Like even in
Mm-hmm.
Arc Raiders, not knowing if you're gonna make it back to the base,
Yep.
trying to extract, don't know if you can trust
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
guy. Horror games, man, they make me feel shit, man. Like goddamn, Silent Hill 2, bro. As a grown man, I'm like, bro, that's why I don't like knock people who be like, I'm grown, I don't want to play it. I'm not put no, you're not pussy, bro, because I'm a grown ass man playing Silent Hill 2. That's why it take me over like some horror games, it take me like throughout the year to beat. Like I didn't beat Silent Hill 2 within the first month I bought it.
You
It
watch
took
an
me
episode, like an episode. You
yeah,
watch
bro.
it
I gotta
together.
play. I
Yeah.
gotta play it in spurts, man. I can't just play that
Yeah.
shit through. The sound and if it's a really good horror game like Dead Space or Silent Hill 2 remake, when you put the sound and the horror together, god
Oh.
damn, bro, that shit is an experience, man. But
Yeah.
PlayStation Portal is now the most popular device that players use for PS5 remote play. I don't see why it wouldn't be, as it's a dedicated remote. You should be in trouble if it wasn't that. And we got a quote: "Before we launch the portal, some questions would be whether the demand for. However, we've seen community response and it's been overwhelming," says Senior Manager Takuro Fumichi. Hope I'm saying that right. Our data shows that PlayStation Portal users are more engaged than non-users. The PlayStation Portal has now become the most widely used device for the PlayStation 5, surpassing mobile, PC, PS5, and PS4. Um,
I'm not
that's dope.
surprised.
I'm not surprised either. For me, I think the Portal is like really dope for games like uh Dispatch, Telltale game, Walking Dead's like really chill type of games, little indies, maybe Shinobi, because you know you still needing your
Yeah.
internet and streaming a game. If you're trying to stream something intensive on there, you got to have some good internet. And I'm not one of those guys with the best internet, so for me, I'm limited to like little simple things. I don't mind playing Sonic on there, something that don't need a whole bunch of bandwidth to be streamed.
Mm,
Mm.
Um, I'm enjoying it a lot more since the update, man. Like I said, a lot of games I own and support it. Uh, kind of feel like a beta tester because it's just now getting here, but better late than never. So if anybody is getting in, now is a chance at 199. I don't think it's the most unreasonable thing for what it does.
yeah.
Uh, we got Fallout New Vegas Remasters is reportedly in the works alongside the long rumored Fallout 3 remastered.
Yes.
Take my money. That's all I
Fallout New
got to say
Vegas.
about that.
Yep.
Take it. Take this money. Make
Take that
this
money.
money.
Free money.
Free
Free
money, man.
money. Take it, honey.
Just take it, please.
You never heard that song? Come
Oh
on,
yeah, I heard it. Oh yeah,
yeah, that's on New
Pretty
York
good.
shit, old school. Take
Yeah.
for
this
sure.
money.
Take it, man. Tell Xbox come take these dividends. Take that
Actually,
bread.
P. Diddy is in the video. That's the funniest shit. And
Of
he's
course,
like,
he's in there.
he's
Oh
like,
man,
take this
take
money.
it. Right. Well, people, if you know, you
That
know.
track is sick. That track is sick.
Mm,
All right. Nintendo has sold over 6 billion units of software and sold over 870 million units of hardware to date. Huge numbers, man. 6 billion
Mm.
games sold is insane. 870 million console units is wild.
Mm.
I would like to know what the comparison of all time for PlayStation and Xbox is as well.
yeah.
But congrats to the Nintendo, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man, and
Yep.
cut it down with the greed shit. Because you guys make too much money to be greedy. If it's anybody that don't need to be greedy, it's Nintendo.
I'm
And
curious
see,
if that is also. I would assume that's also inclusive of the handhelds, right? The Game Boy.
yeah, those
Oh,
are
yeah.
all consoles. All
Yeah,
those are considered
yeah. That's
consoles.
insane.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yep. FromSoft Dustbloods to launch in 2026. Y'all know this is a Switch 2 exclusive coming from FromSoft. New DLC for Elden Ring Night Rain launches before March 31st, 2026. I'm about halfway done with Night Rain. I just don't really like running with randoms because it don't got like voice chat. You can't really communicate. Um, but it's a really fun game, man. The optimization was horrible. Probably on par with Borderlands probably to a lesser degree, but it's just funny how some studios, get away with, everybody
Yep.
was on Borderlands neck, but man, I'm on a pro and I feel them drops on Night Rain.
Yep.
So it's
And
not a
nobody
hardware
said
issue; it's
shit.
an engine issue.
This
Yep,
what I'm telling you. It's the season. It's the season on hating on shit. You know, so-
yep, definitely the season. Fatal Frame 2. I know y'all not into horror games, but this one looked really dope. Fatal Frame 2, the Crimson Butterfly remake, is coming March 12th, 2026. This looks dope because it's like a horror game about having to take pictures of ghosts. Apparently, this
Oh
is a
wow.
classic from back in the day, but I never played it, so I want to check it
This
out.
was shown at the State of Play, right?
Yes, yep,
Yeah, this is one of the games that I remember seeing, and I was like, I'm glad they're doing a remake of it for those who probably love the original.
yeah,
Not my game.
yeah. Nintendo launches a website to look up Nintendo Switch 2 compatibility information on Switch games. So, for anybody wondering with your library, if you want to know what's compatible, that is up and live. Dispatch Season 2 is now being considered after the game's success. Over 1 million sold in the first 10 days, with a peak of 130K concurrent players. One of the highest rated games of 2025 in the PSN store. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 has sold 4 million copies since launch. That's really dope.
It's pretty good.
That'd be a good game to play on your new setup.
Oh
Yeah.
hell yeah!
Demo.
You already know I'll be
Have
downloading
you
that.
have you put
Let's download it.
Clear Obscura on yet?
Oh no, that's another good one. I want to see
Yeah.
how it
Yeah,
looks.
please, bro. Because no matter where I go on console, it's a bunch of fucking fizzle in that game, and don't
Yeah.
nobody ever want to address it, man. This is why it's
Well,
good to have
alright.
PC friends because they can go get rid of the problems and expose that I'm not crazy. That's a
Yep.
lot of physically FSR1 artifacting going on in that game. Uh,
Yep.
Marvel Spider-Man's 2 is the number 2 best-selling PS5 game of all time. I believe the number one was it which COD was it? Was it Black Ops 6?
Yep.
It was
Black
it was
Ops
some it
6.
was some Call of Duty for
It
sure.
was Black Ops 6.
No, it was Black Ops 6, man. So
Yep.
yeah, I don't how the fuck is Black Ops 6? Because I seen some shit. I don't know if it's true, but it was like internally Microsoft and Xbox was kind of considering Black Ops 6 kind of like a disappointment. How? That
Well,
shit
I
was
mean,
doing good every fucking where.
they it wasn't doing as good as before because they weren't selling as many copies because people are playing on
Sure.
Game Pass.
Game Pass.
And look, now that's another thing because everybody's looking at the Steam thing, bro. Everybody realized it. Like all my homies that play on PC, none of them is playing through Steam. Everybody's playing on the Xbox app, Game Pass. And look, might have worked because you don't see the usual people, playing on Steam. The other thing too, why you don't see a lot of Steam people, Steam players, is because they updated the anti cheat. So every PC that wants to run Call of Duty, that's why you see all these fucking cheaters on
Mhm,
Twitter complaining about it. You need to have secure boot, something that
Yeah.
doesn't allow cheats, which is why I didn't have to do shit because I don't cheat. I run the game as soon as my computer was out of the box easily,
mhm,
no problem. Why do you have to do all of that? Because
mhm.
you were cheating before. And now what? You can cheat, and that's why you don't play. And a lot of
Yeah.
people got, filtered out through the bullshit. And there was a lot of people cheating on Call of Duty Black Ops 6. But for this one, I gotta say, I haven't found one cheater yet. And I'm in good lows because my brother-in-law, he dropped nukes and shit. He's crazy playing this shit. He been
Mhm,
playing this for a while. So I've been in crazy lows and stuff. And then, like, I haven't seen nothing yet. I mean, correct
Mm.
me if I'm wrong. Let me know that I'm dead shot if you have seen any cheaters. Because obviously my experience is probably not the same as you. So you might have encountered cheaters, but I haven't. And that's one of the things why some people don't want to do that to computers and they don't want to do secure boot. So the Call of Duty takes over what you're doing in your computer, and they can monitor and see what you're doing. So yeah, I mean, if you're not doing shit, you shouldn't be scared. Like
Don't have nothing to worry about.
yeah,
Yeah.
That's good, man. Maybe I'll look forward to jumping back into Black Ops 7. All them cheating motherfuckers
yeah,
is out of there.
yeah.
Fuck them. Let them cry. Let them keep crying. Every shooter need to add that whatever they're
Yep.
complaining
They
about.
really do. They
I'm
really
one of the
Um,
fucking
people
do.
who believe that cheaters should face like like real repercussions in real life
yeah.
because you're ruining it. You're ruining it for me. I pay money to play this, man.
Mhm.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm
I
saying?
agree.
So, you are
I agree.
ruining it for me, and you're ruining it for the community. You're making this shit worse. You ruin it for the developers. It's just a
Yeah.
freaking mess. So I think they should face at least like fines or jail time. I don't know, bro. Some people say that I'm
Something.
crazy,
Nah, I
but
don't think so.
I'm
If you
like,
like you said, if you got somebody paying, hard earned money for a game and you're going in there to uneven the playing fields, now you should,
uh,
and especially if you're doing it on a consistent level, man, game after game, year after year, decade after decade. Some of these dudes have been doing this for half of their life. Started cheating in their teens and now 30 and 40 and still being cheating fuck. So I got no
Yep.
sympathy for him. I'm with you, man. Hey, throw him in the cells, man. Elden
I'm just
Ring,
be
Night
right back.
Rain. All
Daryl,
right.
Daryl.
Uh, chill, man. Elden Ring, Night Rain, the Forsaken Hollows DLC released December 4th. Seems to include a new playable characters and bosses. So that's dope. Like I said, I got to get back into that. If anybody's playing Night Rain on PlayStation, man, hit me up, bro. I'm down to run. I'm down to play. Uh, and Ben Starr is also joining the voice cast for those who care. We got the Liza P devs confirmed that they are working on two more internal titles, another Souls-like game, and a narrative based RPG. This is in addition to other projects, including a sequel to Liza P, a survival action game, and a life sim. So them guys is over there cooking. I really enjoy Liza P, man. I'm not like a huge Souls fan, won't pretend to be, but Liza P is one of the few Souls likes that I just connect with. Really dope game. Beat it earlier this year. I recommend it. Helldivers 2 port, Xbox port helped increase engagement as well as boosted the PS5 and PC figures. It's doing extremely well. This has resulted in a significant increase in sales of the title year on year. You love to see it, man. Turns out Xbox gamers do buy games, which everybody who play Xbox knows this already. Just another silly narrative. Uh, Sony, it was not a narrative. It's fucking Bungie sucks. Sony Group
Mm.
CFO Lynn Tao says Destiny 2 hasn't reached Sony's expectations for Bungie. Sony's takes impairment loss against Bungie and Destiny 2. The level of sales and user engagement have not reached the expectations. Demo. Do you Are you familiar with Bungie? Have you played Destiny a lot? What's going wrong with Bungie?
Hi, man. I don't really know what the hell is going on. I feel like Destiny 2. I love playing that game, but I feel like
hmm
after the update of the Witch Queen, everything went downhill. Like it's just like they went too hard with the microtransactions. They went too crazy with the story. They sort of like undercooked the game, and it feels like it didn't feel the same. So definitely a super fan of Destiny. I love playing the game. That's one of the games that I really want to go back into in my new rig. I had it on my playlist, but I believe that they gone wrong in the fact that they, the scandals that we seen them with
hmm
what's going on with Marathon, what has gone in the
Thieves.
past with yeah, with Destiny itself, they have been copying and like artists online that they get like their work and they don't properly pay these people and they just like post like rob them, basically of their
Yeah.
art and post it in their game and stuff like that. And it's a combination of everything. Then the acquisition with PlayStation, and they were allowed to do a bunch of stuff in PlayStation that I don't really agree with. They went in there and they said like, this sucks, this sucks. You should cancel this. This is not good for live service. And shit got canceled. That
hmm
might have been what I made it might have been a hit. Like
Yep.
you don't know if a game is gonna be good or not until it releases and
hmm
until people get actual people get their hands on. So the fact that they went ahead and did all of that and changed, PlayStation plans as well, and it's just, I think this acquisition made PlayStation worse, not better, because what have they really done for them except for giving them bad reputation? Look at what they did with the games that they all got canceled. Everybody complained about it. The God of War multiplayer, the Spider-Man multiplayer, all of that got canceled. I'm pretty sure they had a saying in that. You know what I'm saying? And now, look, Horizon MMO is going on
hmm
mobile, and even this Ratchet and Clank. I'm not
It's
sure what it
it's
is.
it's. I'm happy you mentioned that because we can include that in the topic too
Yeah,
because I didn't
yeah,
put that as a topic, and this is actually the last topic. Um, the games, the Sony games going to mobile shows me that they're putting games where they think games is going to be supported in bulk,
yeah,
and Sony fans can feel the type of way about that, but everybody does it. Everybody say Microsoft bought ABK for Call of Duty. That's not just true. That's not the only reason they bought it. They bought it for
yeah,
King. They got Candy
as
Crush
well.
and all those mobile games. Now you got Call of Duty mobile out there. and Call of Duty Mobile be having more maps than some of the new games that be launching for
Oh
full
yeah.
price, and that's a free game, right? So,
Yep.
um, the mobile game isn't nothing new. Sony already said they was going to do this, but it is funny seeing people cry about this. Because let's be honest, you guys wouldn't support no MMO. Um,
Yeah, they
you
even
know,
said it, Nero. They said
yeah,
we don't want the live service slop.
yeah, they don't want that slop. So
We don't want that slop. Okay, you're not gonna get it, and now you cry about it.
yeah,
'Cause
now people gonna
why
be able to
would
play it on
you
their Steam machine.
gatekeep yourself? Like this is the most stupid shit. We don't want this type of game. Like they're gonna make it regardless, dude.
Yeah.
They making it. You should go ahead and embrace it. You
Hmm.
may or may not like it, but why are you gatekeeping yourself? It's the dumbest shit.
Yep.
It's crazy. But well, there you have it. That's what they get, man.
Yeah,
I
that's what you
think
get.
it's I think it's the funniest thing that they talk a big game about exclusives, and now there is an IP that they don't
There-
get to play
yeah.
unless it eventually comes to PlayStation, or they pick up a PC or something that has access to PC. Because it's even coming to what, your phone, so you can play it on your phone,
That's pretty much what it is. A mobile game.
Yeah, it's available everywhere too at the end of the day because everybody
except
has
the
a phone.
PlayStation.
Everybody has a phone, but imagine if this has been Xbox, the one releasing a mobile Halo Gears
Right,
game.
right.
Yeah, we
Well,
wouldn't hear the
there
end
was
of it.
Gears Pop, right? And everyone shat on that. I actually enjoyed that game, but it was
For for me, like I said, it's nothing really surprising, and I I I feel like, hey, if they felt you guys would have supported it on PlayStation, that's where they would have put it. I think they got enough analytics to say, hey, this game will thrive elsewhere. Um,
hmm.
I can't wait for Astrobot to go to the Switch.
I think it's also kind of interesting that it's an MMO being made when we look at what the Amazon just cancelled the continuation of their MMO,
Hmm.
which came to console in the last 12 months, I feel.
Yeah. That's probably another reason. It's probably less of a risk to launch a game mobile than it is to launch a game, on console. Especially after coming off of Concord, Sony got to play smart, man. You can't have these, big high budget games coming to your console to just to flop and be refunded and
Correct.
just money
Yeah.
down the drain. So maybe test the waters on mobile if it's really possible. I mean, not possible, but if it's really popular, then maybe bring it to consoles. If not, it don't do nothing for me. I got a phone. I don't play games on my phone. I don't care for mobile phone games. The
Yeah.
only mobile games I care about is owned by Microsoft now. I'll play some Candy Crush. I'll play some Pet Saga. I'll play some Bubble Witch if I'm on my phone. I don't need nothing that's just gonna kill my battery like crazy, or need to drain my data if I'm out at the
But
house.
hold up, you're not gonna try out the Horizon game or even the Ratchet and
Um,
Clank?
hell nah, nah.
Let me tell you something, bro. This is the next step in gaming now. Because look, Microsoft is blurring the lines between console and
Steam
PC,
is?
Yeah.
Yep.
and the line is gonna be blurred again when it comes to mobile because
Mhm.
technology is so advanced, and now we got phones with 144 hertz
Yep.
screens when consoles don't even get that high. So think about that for a
I mean,
minute. Where the technology is going, how compatible technology is with each other at the moment. The fact, and these new CPUs, right, that are coming out, these new chips, like what is it, like a Snapdragon? And no, they're super powerful. And they can do a lot of things in run games. Obviously, not with the same settings that maybe a PC or a console will run it with. But I believe that a lot of games are starting, to come out in mobile, and these companies are going to
Well,
start having more of a
Satya
presence.
said it. Satya said it. They're competing with TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and shit. Where is TikTok at? It's on your
Yep,
phone. So
it's on the
if you
phone.
bring a game, what Sony and these guys is hoping you do is before you click TikTok, they're hoping you click this Ratchet and Clank game, or they're
Exactly.
hoping you click this, that, and the third.
I
So
feel like
that's what they're doing.
this week wasn't PlayStation saying there was like an update to the phone app or something as well? Maybe
Yep.
I'm going crazy.
I'm not sure.
Maybe I'm going crazy. But yeah, they're just looking at what's been happening in the last like couple of weeks. You're just seeing how Steam saw what was on the horizon, Microsoft saw what was on the horizon, and
Mhm.
PlayStation has eventually seen it and they're playing catch up. But they're moving very quickly on some of the things they're playing catch
Yep.
up with.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, Divers 2, 2 mobile games. And they're like almost like they want the monthly active users. And this is what one way that they can improve that. And look, congratulations. I mean, I think it's beautiful that they're going ahead and,
Consoles
got rid of
don't
that
matter
whole
anymore.
exclusive idea and realized that people want to play their games and like, I do the pizza place analogy all the time. Like,
Mm.
Domino's. Why do people order Domino's so much? Because they don't need to leave the house, bro. That you can have, you know what I'm saying? Like people deliver you the pizza and you might eat it. Like let's say now, Panda, you're not hungry and I come through with the pizza in the house. Are you gonna eat it? You might take a
Yes,
bite,
probably.
right?
Yep.
Right?
Yep. If it's
But
already
what
in my
if what
house
if what
and
if
you're
you
giving
were
it to me,
hungry at the same time, but you had to go ahead and get the pizza, like basically walk or go drive? Like, would you eat it too? You might be like, I don't know, I have something here in the house. I might just go ahead and make do with that. You might
convenience is
just do
king,
that.
and people forget about that.
You might just do that. So the fact
Mm.
that they bring in the games to you, that means that they want you to play. And that's a beautiful thing. That's the best thing that can happen for us gamers. Because I mean, imagine every time that you want to play a certain game, you have to buy a console. Like let's say now, okay, Xbox, doesn't have an exclusive or nothing. But let's say they just come out with like this amazing game that everybody wants to play and it's exclusive. Or let's say by grace of God, they say Skyrim, the next Skyrim is Xbox exclusive. It won't be, everybody's
Yeah.
gonna go ahead and that wanna play Skyrim and gonna go ahead and gonna have to buy an Xbox. But you know what? That's not the case because they're not gonna do that. So who's it better for? Like, might not be the best thing for Microsoft because they don't get to sell you the plastic too, but it's the best thing for us. So it's like, who cares how they doing? $1 trillion company, we care about accessing these games and we care about everybody playing it. The same things go for PlayStation. That's what they're doing now.
Well, that's what
And
I said,
happy about it.
in the past, like on past episodes, as consumers, with the way things are moving, we're finally going to have freedom to choose where we want to play our
Mhm.
games. We're not going to have to be just sort of strong armed into picking a specific platform because that is the only place that you can play that game. And that's what I really like about what is happening within the industry at the moment. Um, and I know that people are still caught up in their feels about what the industry used to be like. But reality is, technology is moving forward at
Mhm.
pace, and enabling us to be able to do this as consumers and game where we want to game. And they're seeing it. They've got the analytics there to go, uh, people are gaming more on the go with the handhelds are so popular. People are gaming more on their cell phones. And you have to buy for time on the cell phone anyway. Like one of the days I wanted to play video games and I got caught up in the black hole that is YouTube, and then like 3 hours had passed and I hadn't played a video game, and
Yeah.
my console had turned off, and I was like, oh. But that's the reality we're living in. Everyone's vying for your time and energy, and
Yep.
so we're not just competing, like all these companies aren't just competing when it's coming to other companies, they're competing with everything else. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we finally, these companies finally realize the most important part is not money, it's time. I think we're finally appreciating time and giving it the value that it deserves. And which is why these companies are like, okay, play my game for free. I don't need your money. All I need is your time. So think about it. Like, money is going to become like in the
the,
future. I might have
the ones
smoked
who
too
are
much. But
charging still haven't
yeah,
learnt to respect our time yet,
yeah,
because they're launching unfinished games,
yeah.
Yep.
and we're
So,
paying for it
hmm
twice
Hmm.
in that end. We're paying for it on our enjoyment of a game that we wanted to play, but also we're paying for it because we're physically fucking paying for their games, and they're leaving us disappointed. Yeah.
Yep.
And they're just holding the bag going, oh, we'll patch it. Fucking should have been done before you even launched the game.
Yep.
I'm going to die on that hill one of these days. I'm just going to never letting that down. I'm so sick
All
of it.
right, we got a couple quick game reviews to highlight before we get into these main topics. Luminous Arise, it's 60, 80, no, 86 on Metacritic, 89 on
nice.
OpenCritic. Really dope game, man. If you like Tetris, if you like those block destroying games, man, it does this, but combines it with music so freaking well, man. It's really dope, and it's actually challenging as fuck. It took me hours to get through the first set of 4 stages. So yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. Check that out. Dispatch, like you mentioned earlier, one of the higher review games this year, sitting at a 90 Metacritic and a 88 on Open Critic. Now we're gonna get into these main topics of the night. And starting off, we got Windows Central reporting Xbox is preparing for next gen with a ton of new Xbox GDK dev features. working to boost how Windows handle HDMI, video game shaders, and all sorts of additional things within the Xbox PC ecosystem. Um, for me, I don't care about uh, any of this anymore because it's really interesting. I'm pretty much in there whenever they do announce it. I was pretty much so when Sarah Bonds gave her statement a few years ago about the biggest leap. Like I said, I really like what the Series X do with quick resume, the way they handle backwards compatibility. That's probably one of the reasons why I'll always strive to have one. Like I said, being able to play Xbox 360 games, something like a Batman Arkham Origins, you can pop that in your Series X and you're good to go. You can't find that game really anywhere. It's delisted digital. So stuff like that is really dope. That's something that PlayStation is severely lacking. Cloud is cool, but I don't want to cloud stream games from the Xbox 360 area. If I can just play them natively, if I
Yeah.
own. So what Xbox is doing with that, I'm really interested in. Like I said, I'm really interested to see the evolution of quick resume. What a evolution of FPS boost may look like. That's the type of things I'm interested in. So all this PC hybrid stuff is just like a cherry on top for me, who don't really care to go spend money on the PC. It's coming to me. So I didn't have to come to PC. It's coming to me.
Yep.
PC came to me with Xbox. So seeing them work behind the scenes to, work on simple things like, shaders and, the HDMI, all that stuff is cool to hear. Um, it's just good. I mean, I'm excited for the hybrid console. I don't really, like I said, if you can give me a $1,000 hybrid Xbox PC that it takes $3,000, $4,000, $2,000 to build outside of being able to buy it for a rack or however much Xbox choose to pay, I'm in there. You know,
Yeah.
I think the
Dip.
Steam machine is dope. I just wish it had a little more specs, but we're gonna get to that. I just
Yeah.
mentioned that because I think it's dope to try to bring the PC to people. Yeah.
Mm. And Dimoflo, what are your thoughts on this? Have you had a chance to have a look into what Xbox is doing with these upgrades or updates to the GDK?
Oh yeah. Not really familiar with what they're trying to do, honestly, but I kind of like it if they continue to improve it, like Neto said, and features like, FPS boost. The other thing is what is a quick resume and
Yeah,
so on and so
love
forth.
that
If they
feature.
bring all of those things to like their PC hybrid thing going on, like I think it's gonna be extremely beneficial to all gamers, especially PC
Mm.
gamers. Because the one thing that people don't understand is that this operating system is going to be like the standard for Windows when it comes to gaming. And this is the experiment because this is going to eventually make it to your PC. They're going to continue to work and develop this, software. And it's going to eventually be your hub for gaming on PC as well. So if they
Yeah.
bring this and they make it super simple for people to use and they continue to improve it, I think this is going to be like a step up from what we've gotten already from them. And all they got left is to like develop a bunch of games, and this thing is
Mm.
gonna sell itself.
I th-
Like for people like Nero who don't really want a PC, I got another homie. Shout out to him. He is the same. He is like, I don't want a PC. I'm waiting for the Xbox hybrid, and I'm willing
yeah.
to pay whatever. If they give me a $5,000 Xbox hybrid with a 5090 in there, and I don't have to
Good to
do
know I'm not
nothing to
alone.
play on it, he's gonna go ahead and get it. And that's a lot of people. What they see in Xbox is taking notes. And they understand that there's some people out there who willing to spend a lot of money in their builds, but they're not willing to, mess around with PCs and all the nuances. So I think this is an amazing move, and I think like they're gonna continue to improve it. Matter of fact, they've been improving this thing. They just added. I don't know if you've seen it on PC Game Pass. Panda. I know Neto hasn't seen check because he doesn't have a PC, but whatever. Fuck him. Where you get gaming co-pilot now, and I was playing Call of
Yes.
Duty, and he asked you questions like, "Would you like, tips? Would you like whatever?" And I was like, "Okay, let me fuck with it a little bit." And I asked him like, give me some tips, and then it tells you like actual tips. Like, oh shit, I actually do all this, like crosshair placement, slide cancels, wall bouncing, utilize all your movement, read the map, understand your spawns, all of that. And it's like, oh wow. And then I asked them like, what games should I play based on the games that I play, and they started giving me like recommendations of games that I should try that I haven't tried, and or even games that were like, you can ask them like, what games in my backlog based on what I'm playing right now you think that I can complete, and it'll like direct you to those games. So like they improving
Mm.
this shit so much to the point that you won't have to do shit, or at some point you're gonna have to be like, oh, play game this X or Y, and boom, it will do it for you. That's it. And you even like tell it like run it with like settings. I want to target 120 FPS, and it'll like adjust everything for that. That's it. Like it will come so
Yeah.
seamless. Like I don't know. Like when you are, remember when you are making a thumbnail and you want to remove the
Mhm.
background. Back in the day, you will have to go through jump a bunch of hoops. You know what I'm saying? Like
I just used to have to manually
crazy.
remove it. It was
Yeah. Now
insane. I just
now, all you have to do is press one button and it happens for you. Matter of fact, you can actually upscale the image as well. You can do so much with like just a touch of the button. Like imagine what's next for gaming, you know?
Yes. Yep.
Imagine what's next. So we should all be excited for this. I think Xbox is the only one with the not I wouldn't say balls, but with the wallet that they can take big risks like this to develop something that is like game changing. So I
Mm.
think they're gonna pioneer this, and then eventually everybody's gonna fall back into it. Like even Nintendo, I believe Nintendo is gonna go ahead and release some games on mobile. I believe that eventually
They
they're
already
gonna
have.
like, yeah,
They
yeah,
got a whole Mario game out there.
but they'll continue to do so in a heavier way, and I
Mhm.
think that even inquiring into some of these consoles, like
Yeah.
imagine if Nintendo Nero dropped Super Mario on the Xbox. Let's just say one of the old Super Mario's, Mario Galaxy, the first one. They drop it on
Mhm.
the Xbox and PlayStation and on PC. How many copies will it sell instantly?
Yeah,
It
so
got one
Minimum
release.
20,000,000.
I would easily buy it, and I'm not never gonna go out my way to play a Mario game. But you know what? If you deliver that pizza to my house, I'm gonna take a bite, even if I'm not
I
hungry.
mean,
So
mhm.
when you look at it that
I
way,
like that
man,
analogy.
it's yeah, but it works.
Yeah.
It's just like you're not hungry, but oh, hey, have a bite. God damn it, it looks good.
Mhm.
Might as well take it. Boom. That's it. $70
Yeah.
Nintendo got from me. They were never gonna get shit from me because I
yeah.
would
Mhm.
never go out my way to buy a Nintendo Switch. No smoke for Nero. I'm not, whatever he playing what he likes, he's enjoying it. I would too, but I wouldn't go out my way. You know what you feel me, Nero? It's
Mhm.
like,
Yeah.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
bring
I
it
can't.
to
I can't.
PC. They
Can't
were right
argue
in
with it,
par with
eh?
all the boys,
I, I,
day,
I
whatever.
can't. I can't feel no way for you saying you won't go out your way to get a Switch, and I won't go out my way to get a PC. Gamers that prefer different things, man. But the feeling is the same. You deliver them games to
Thank you
me,
for
I'll
the
play them.
sub.
Yeah. And the same goes with like PlayStation games. Look at Helldivers. I would have never buy Helldivers. Like, because I wasn't gonna buy a whole PlayStation, but they
Hmm.
brought it to PC. I bought a copy.
Yeah.
And then they brought it to Xbox. I didn't buy a copy because I already had it. But if it didn't, you know what I mean?
If it
If they
didn't
had,
come to PC, you would have picked it up on
then I would
Xbox.
have bought it on Xbox. But would I gone out of my way to buy a PlayStation to just play one game that I'm interested on? Like come on, but I'm good.
Games need to go where you are, not you. You shouldn't have
Exactly.
to go where the games are. Yeah.
That's what I love Sarah Bone, how he called everybody antiquated for thinking this way. And I love that word. I'm like, oh shit, he actually gave him the belt. What I mean? Like he gave him the
Uh,
chancla straight up.
yeah. I'm just excited to hear like all the different things that these companies are doing to streamline game development. And so this update or this news on Windows Central is really going to be beneficial to game developers, and to putting their games in more places. I guess one of the bigger updates is the game input update, where it's just going to be really having a unified controller model around the keyboard and mouse input, the gamepad, all of those different inputs, unifying it there, always with, and so it's still following that low latency side of things as well. And it's just good to hear that they're making it easy and streamlining that process, including like we've heard in the past, games trying to get like verified or and get your game out on Xbox isn't always an easy process.
Hmm.
Some developers have no issue, other developers have an issue. And so looking at ways that they are improving that and making it easier for developers to get their games verified or just put their games into the Xbox ecosystem is really important. So I'm just loving it. It's great to see and great to hear, and it's a good time to be a gamer, right? And I think the next few years is going to be really key and important for that as well. And we're going to see a big shift around the majority, I feel, of the gaming community. There's still going to be some people who aren't ready to shift, and we see it all the time with the way they reacted to the Steam box news. Yeah, insane.
All right, we got a Sony financial update. We got 84.2 PS5, 84.2 million PS5 units shipped. That is up 3.9 million. I think that's about 2 million and some change tracking behind the PS4. And with the holiday season coming up, I think they probably will catch up to it and maybe even surpass it going into next year. They have 119 million monthly active users across PSN. 80 million point 3 million units of PS5 and PS4 software sold last quarter. 6.3 million units of first party software sold, and like I mentioned earlier, Ghost of Yote has sold 3.3 million units. The highlight from this was what we talked about for the last topic, which is Bungie just being ass, being where they're just being the sore thumb on all this. That was the one negative to take away from this. So yeah, you guys think they're gonna hawk down the PS4, those 2 million sales during this holiday season?
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
I don't
I'm
know.
always going to be of the mindset that I feel like some people are waiting to see what next gen brings before they decide if they're going to upgrade to PS5, because this has been the weirdest generation for anyone. Maybe in Japan you're going to see another another uptick in sales because they've got that really low price for the Japanese version only. But this is the first generation where we've just seen incremental price increases on the hardware, and it's not ideal. I am annoyed across the board, regardless of what platform you're on or anything like that. The fact that these game consoles are increasing in price just makes it a harder and harder sell. Yes, they're going to go on sale. No doubt they're going to go on sale, but you're not going to be seeing the sales you normally would 5 years into a generation as we have in past generations. Yeah. Also, for
Yeah,
those who are trashing the Ghost of Yotai sales, saying it's not good enough, I actually think it's fantastic. It's going to
Yeah.
continue. It's
yeah,
going to continue.
it's really good, impressive numbers, and I think PlayStation 5 is still selling like hotcakes, man. Even after the price increase, the same way the Switch 2 is selling like hotcakes. So I think you come in with some real good Black Friday deals, maybe something nice for the pro. These retailers and shit like that. I think it'll sell pretty well. I don't really see it slowing down per se, and it only being 2 million units behind the PS4 is really impressive when you consider COVID. Um, the hardships of COVID as a whole. That's why even Xbox with they 28 creeping up on 30 million units or so. Releasing a gen during a pandemic. It's not the most
Yeah.
ideal situation to be in. And then once the pandemic and everything ends, we sitting here with a fucked up economy with price hikes and shit, like you mentioned earlier. So hopefully these prices eventually do go down, go back to normal. I'm still dying on the hill that GTA is going to move millions of Xbox Series consoles and PS5s. I die on that hill. If it go to the Switch, it's going to move even more millions of that. I really think that game is that big.
Everyone's waiting. Waiting. No one's.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
I even think a next gen remaster and update for um, Red Dead 2 get people to jump, because it is some people that only play specific games. If you only play Grand Theft Auto, you might not feel the need to jump. If you only play Red Dead, you might not feel the need to jump from
Yeah.
what's been offered. But you get big leaps, people will move around.
But I also
We've
think
seen it
like
already.
this article, these numbers, also antiquated. Love that word as well, because it doesn't really matter about shipment or console sales anymore. They're striving for something else that is way more valuable around that, because the hardware could just be sitting there doing nothing. It's the software sales. It's the engagement. It's the people going back into the ecosystem and spending money again and again and again. And so, how do they monetize that?
I think it's
I think
still
that's really
important,
important.
and I think it's still important to them. in a way, because if it wasn't important, they wouldn't harp so much on the sales at this point. You know, they still wouldn't make up the PS2 sales out of nowhere to keep that bragging right. They still care, and even though you know the hardware, we might not think it's that important. If it wasn't that important, Steam wouldn't be putting out their own hardware. You know, with them being
No, I'm
such a
talking about
big
console
threat.
sales are not important
Oh
anymore.
yeah, no,
Steam,
yeah, no, I'm
Steam,
not. I agree
Steam
they're not
putting out
important,
their
but
hardware
what
is fine, like because that's not a
what I'm
that's
saying,
not a
what I'm
console.
saying is the hardware
Neither is the
leads
actual
to
PlayStation.
the hardware and software kind of go hand in hand, right? Because you know Nintendo don't put their shit everywhere for a reason, because they want to rake in everything, and you can do that when it's your storefront, your platform. Just like Steam, they want to rake in everything. So when people go get Steam machines and buy all these games from Steam, they're getting it all. You know, PlayStation. Whenever you buy stuff in the PlayStation store, they all want that 100% profit. They all want the money to come straight to them. So the hardware is always going to be important. That's why the same that's why I don't never think Xbox will fully leave either. They might hybrid, and even if you know after this gen they do some shit where they you know continue to do partnerships like you see with the VOG
Look
Ally
at
X. I think it's still
hardware,
important to a
unless
degree.
it's super powerful, like technology-wise, you won't eventually need a piece of hardware to play the games, and that's the thing that why it's kind of not as important as it used to be. And if we're looking at what's happening around with what Xbox is doing with their storefront for their hybrid console, or even just the handheld itself, having multiple storefronts on there should hopefully encourage these storefronts to be a little bit more competitive in their pricing without when you buy a piece of hardware now, and you're like PlayStation, for example, or Nintendo, you are stuck. If that's the only piece of hardware you've got, and you only have access to that storefront, you're stuck paying the price that they want to charge you. There's no room for competition in that space, and that is why Nintendo never puts their prices down for first party.
Yeah, I was gonna say Nintendo really the only outlier because PlayStation, Xbox store and PlayStation store got just as many sales weekly than something like the
Or
Steam store.
marking
You know,
prices up. Yeah.
it's every single week, like it's nonstop. I don't know when the last time I went to the Xbox store. This entire 5 years of this generation, I can't remember the last time I went to the Xbox store and just didn't see hella great sales. You know, but the only problem is most of the shit is in Game Pass, so I don't need to buy it. But shit is on sale all the time. Just like Ghost of Yote is probably gonna be what $50
Yeah, but you're
dollars for the
you're
Black
seeing
Friday.
prices from your end, right? And obviously, USA is a really big market, but other countries aren't getting the same level of treatment as the US when it comes to that. So it's just interesting, super interesting to see what these companies do. And I think having that open like uh, ecosystem around multiple storefronts on one device hopefully is going to force these companies to start competing with each
Is
other.
there gonna be other storefronts on the Steam machine, or is it only gonna be just the Steam OS?
You'll be able to put out the storefronts on that because it's
Yep.
still the Steam OS through Linux, and you can basically put Windows on there if you wanted as well.
Yep. Which you would need if you want to like, I don't know, maybe like play multiplayer games or something. I have
Yeah,
no idea because that's one of the big things about this machine. You won't be able to play multiplayer games like that, seamlessly because the anti cheats and stuff don't
anti
get along
cheat,
with
man.
Linux.
With me.
And uh, I feel like Steam wants to have their own little ecosystem as well. Like Sony PlayStation's having it because they do have that ecosystem now with the portal and
I
also
think
with
it's
putting
really
games to
smart too.
PC. Exactly. And
And the VR
Xbox has
headset
it.
thing was cool too.
Yeah, the VR headset is clean. It's actually my favorite part. Now the
Yeah,
controller
when they
looks like
put
some
us
like
over.
I don't know, like my little cousin put it together or something because it looks like a little crooked. But I mean, it has 4 buttons in the back, so God knows, maybe it feels good to play like shooters and shit. I don't know, but I didn't like it too much, a controller. But I do like the box. I'm intrigued, and
I
I think
mean,
it would be great for people who already own a PC and they want to bring it to the living room without having to carry the whole thing.
because it's
So
got all your Steam library on it.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
actually think the Steam controller compared to the original Steam controller. Anyone remember what that one looked like? Whew, that thing was ugly. Sorry, we skipped a thing, but we can always talk about that last, Nero. The Steam controller looks really nice. Um,
You want to read some of the
I
specs that's in there, Pandy?
I think the headset looks fantastic. Yeah, I'll read through some of the specs. So with the what was announced, because they announced the controller, the Steam machine, and the VR. So for the Steam machine, it's over 6 times more powerful than the Steam Deck. It's going to offer 4K 60 FPS with FSR. I think you're looking at more like 1440p, probably upscaled.
Not
Um,
FSR4, by the way, not the news tech.
that may
For
come
now,
down the line. That may
for
come
now,
down
that's
the
why I said
line.
for
Yeah.
now.
We don't know because it's launching next year, so there could be some changes around. Maybe they will have FSR4 by launch, but probably not. 512 gigabyte or a 12 terabyte option. It's going to run Steam OS, but you can install Windows. So that means that there'll be options for emulation on there if you want to emulate Nintendo games or other games as well. So it has a Zen 4 CPU, a RDNA 3 GPU with 28 CUs and 16 gigabytes of RAM. Yeah, I think they did a really good job with the announcement on this, and I'm going to throw to you, Nero, and then just because I'm on the topic at the moment, what were your initial thoughts around this announcement? Yeah.
When I seen it, I immediately said I'm interested in the price. And if it hit two
Mm.
ninety
Yeah,
nine,
you did
three
mention
ninety
that.
nine,
Yeah.
I think that'd be really competitive. But for the specs, it's not more powerful than my Series X or my PS5. It got a better CPU, so that'll help with the the frames and shit like that. But as far as the
And GPU.
GPU, it's not on par. So when it comes to pushing those crispy 4K images, I'm used to what my Series X, something like a Ninja Gaiden or something like a um
Well,
Outer Worlds
got a more
2.
efficient GPU, right? Because it's RDNA 3 by comparison to what we've got in the PS5, which is 1.5 and 2 in the Series X. So there is some probably quality of life improvements in that space, but I
And I
also
also
think,
wasn't really a fan of the RAM either.
yeah, the RAM I was a little
The
bit
the
concerned
the,
about.
the,
Yeah,
the
I
amount
agree.
the amount of the RAM, I was like, I wasn't really too much of a fan. But I said, like I said, it depends on the price. If you're coming out at what the Series S was originally priced at before price hikes at $299, I think that's really impressive. That's really competitive. And I got an extra HDMI slot on my TV, so if it's at $299, I mean, I
Start
would
building
take
your
a chance
Steam
on it.
library.
Yeah, I'll take a chance. I'll check it out. I think
Um,
it's dope. The only takes I don't agree with is what I was seeing online from both ends. People was like, "Oh, Xbox is in trouble. They beat Xbox to the punch," and
I
I'm like,
agree.
"Not. I'm not. I'm like, not really." And my reason for that is because do we see this thing selling 28 million units? I don't see that happening. The Steam Deck is sitting at what 8 million units right now. The Switch 2 is already sitting at 10. So it's considered niche for the numbers of what's being sold in front of you, right? So, I see this. If this sells 3-4 million, it's going to be considered a success, right? They're going to probably work on this Steam machine too. So I'm like, if 3, 4, 5 million is successful for this, then maybe people should lay off of Microsoft just a little bit with they 30 keeping up on
Mm,
30 million. That's all I'm saying. I'm like, where's the needle at for success? What's considered success or not? This is a new console that's coming out, right? And everybody I've seen people saying it's a threat to the Switch. I don't think it's a Switch. I don't think it's a threat to nothing, but I think it's a nice addition to everything. You
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? I don't see nobody selling and leaving their Xbox to go get this, especially with us all knowing that you have the next gen Xbox in the works that's going to be bringing this similar experience, plus all your backlog of games that you've accumulated over generations. Um, and I just see people maybe like I said, if you come in at that sweet, a really sweet price range, I don't see a lot of people not adding this to what they already might have. So if you got a Series X or S already, if you have a PS5 or a PS5 Pro and you don't have a PC, I think this is a dope option to just be to have. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think it's not, but like I said, it depends on that price.
Yeah, yeah.
Depends on
You
that.
know.
What are your thoughts?
Well,
When
I have to agree with Darrow, man. It all depends on the price because
yeah,
the specs are not there to compare with the PS5 or even the Xbox. So I mean, for somebody who owns a rig, it'll be extremely hard to go from up here down here from the
Mhm.
Lexus back to the Toyota, and that's gonna be kind of hard. But for what it is, I think it's interesting that they expanding their ecosystem and that they're giving people the chance to try out their setups. I feel like if you look at the picture, look at it. They want you to use all of that. And this is like how they stay connected. It's the same thing with Xbox, same thing with PlayStation. Sooner or later, you'll see. And this is like how it is. It's the platform now. It's not just the console, the box itself. Like everything counts now. You got the headset, which maybe you don't want the what do you mean the console or the little box, but you want the headset, or you want the Steam Deck, or you want just the controller. Either way, they got you hooked. They making money. It's like you having, instead of only having one job, like you go home and you're like, you know, fuck it, I'm gonna go make some extra money, go do some Uber. It's literally what they're doing right now. They
Yeah,
are
yeah, yeah.
hustling. They're trying to make money in every little aspect. Not only that, they're gonna make money on the next Xbox. They make money on every PC that people buy. They make money in people who buy the Steam Deck and play on the Steam Deck only, and so on and so forth. They're just hustling, man. And I gotta respect it, you know, as a hustler myself. Do you know what they're doing? And I think it's exciting that they're bringing this on. The one thing that I'm worried about again is the price, how much this is. I know the headsets in the past like have been super expensive, like $1,000. The Steam Index, that was the headsets that prior to this ones. They look so clean, they look so nice, they look extremely comfortable. I wish I could play with them, but I don't know how much it's gonna be. Now, the Steam Deck, we know it
Yeah.
has like two different options. You got the cheaper one and you got the most expensive one. It's very viable for a portable device. It's awesome. And the controller, I'm not sold on that. I'd still rather get something like a Scuff, even the Xbox Elite, or I'm rocking right now with this one, the Wolverine Tournament Edition from Razer, and his poppy is like amazing with the back buttons and the back trigger stops, extra buttons on top. It's just like amazing. So, and it's only not. It only cost me like $80. So I mean,
It's a steal.
think about it, because I mean, if you charge me, because I think the controller before this one was like $200 or something. If you charge me $200 for this, when there's cough in the market, when there's like Gainser, when there is like, you know what I mean, Fusion Pro and Xbox and
It
Razer and
priced themselves out of the
Beatrix,
market at that
there's
point, yeah.
so many freaking controller companies that do a great job, and they are affordable. So you need to stay competitive, and that's the thing. By them bringing this into the market, they need to stay competitive, and that's the way we want them to compete. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited about it, man. It looks
I'm
cool. It looks
excited
clean. Yeah,
too.
yeah.
I'm
I
excited
wouldn't.
for the launch. I'm excited
I,
to hear more
yeah,
news
yeah.
about it.
I wouldn't buy it like now because I don't need it. But maybe later on, if I got some extra money and I want to, like, maybe like bring some of my Steam library to my living room or something. Yeah, I mean, why
Yeah.
not? You know, if you bring it my way, I'll take it, man.
Yeah, like I
You
said,
know? But
like I said,
I,
I got
I,
extra HD in my spot for it.
yeah, I actually I'm super interested in the VR headset because it looks extremely clean.
Yes, that was probably
It
my
looks
biggest
super slick.
highlight.
And you can use
Um,
it to play regular games too. Just hook
yep.
up your controller, use it as a what is it,
The
like a
fact that you
display?
can, like,
Yeah,
put a SD
and
in
save
there,
games, run the games
save
there. That's
games
awesome.
in the yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, very good.
It looked so good, and that was probably my biggest highlight was, like, it's wireless. The only thing they haven't talked about, which I really wanna maybe I've missed it, it's just battery life on that headset, like, how long and how often do you need to charge it and those sort of things. Those are the kind of those
Yeah, I
questions
think
that I
those
want
specs
answered.
will come out later.
Yeah.
Like now they're just showing you the stuff. Later on, they're probably gonna
Yeah,
break it down for
that's
you.
the stuff I'm interested in, and that's what I wanna know about that headset 'cause I was like, "That sounds like a great, fantastic, headset for VR." I also, as soon as they announced the Steam Machine, I looked at it and I was like, "Oh, it looks exactly like a Series X, but a mini fridge." Hence the mini fridge on our thumbnail this
Do you
week.
remember the leak one when we had the Xbox One, the leak for the Series X? How it looked. This is exactly what it is.
Yeah, and
Exactly
everyone's
the
like,
way it
"What is
looks.
this design? It's da 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 da."
It just we're like, you know what? Let's
Yeah.
use that. I'm like, fuck it.
I like the magnetic face plates on it. Like that is so cool that you can change those in and out. That just reminds me of the 360 how they did that with the face plates there, and it's like a missed opportunity on the Series X to have something like that for that design. Yeah, I think I do like the iterative improvement to the Steam controller, but it's not something that I would ever use. But they've kind of gone for a unified look between the Steam Deck and the controller. So if you're used to how that works, you can easily make that shift across. For me, I know that people are talking about the specs here compared to like we're about to move into a next generation, and so that this is going to be extremely underpowered, and I understand that as well 100%. If you're a tech head and you want a more powerful system, you probably want to aim for something like a next gen console. But if you're like wanting to dabble into what it's like gaming on PC, or joining the Steam master race, this would be a great first introduction. Like, it's also a great companion device for those who want it in their television, like in their lounge room, family room. Or maybe you bought a really expensive rig and your kid wants to play some games on Steam, and you're like, I can't afford another PC. Maybe I get a Steam machine, and then they can have that PC experience in a nice form factor, and it looks way more portable than a Series X, just as portable as a Series S. And so there's quite a few positives in that space. Around there for that reason, and all those people who weren't really sure about moving forward into or potentially going into PC, you could try it out there. I think price is going to be a big key factor. If they can keep the price down, we're going to see how many people are more open to it based on that price point. But it was just interesting to see the fucking crazy ass people come out of the woodworks just to bitch and moan about this, and try and drag on it. They're doing it for a reason. They have the Steam hardware stats to understand what performances what PC gamers are currently playing on as a whole, to know whether or not they have the right specs listed here. It's on par with so many hardware that other people are playing right now because they have refused to upgrade. And people complaining about potentially difficulty with optimization or anything like that. And I'm thinking, well, games that are third party that are being optimized to deliver on the Switch 2 or the Switch, like, it's just complaining for the sake of complaining, because they forget that games have already been optimized for lower end hardware anyway. It's just going to be that same situation. And the way that, I guess, Valve does the unified Steam OS, it's a closed-in box, so they would be able to make it like, Steam Deck aware, but Steam Machine aware, and have it optimized for that. So I think from that perspective, there are some positives around there. I guess my big thing is it's nice to see Steam really enter the market in a big way, on par with what people consider when they think about the gaming industry from a console perspective. Like, you have the big three. You had Xbox, Nintendo, and then PlayStation, right? And then you had PC on the side, and now it's kind of like the big four. They're kind of on an even playing field, and Steam's really come in to provide a lot more competition in that space. And I think that's really key. If they price things right, I hope they force the hand of PlayStation and Microsoft around price points coming into next gen as well. Competition is really important, and we need that. And we've seen other companies try and do it, and they've failed. But Steam is already established. People know what to get from Steam, know what games are going to be in there. Yeah. I think it's a good thing. We'll more wait and see. They've still got to hear more news about it. Yeah.
Exciting times.
Yeah. All right.
Yes,
Yep.
sir.
What was the last topic?
Just last topic, man. Pretty much just Todd Howard. Todd Howard still saying Elder Scrolls 6 is still a long way off. That's pretty much last
2030,
topic.
guys.
Wow.
2030.
Wow, why am I not surprised? That's like
I'm-
GTA. That's
Yeah.
like the Xbox GTA, bro.
And I'm just disappointed because at least GTA give you trailers. Like, goddamn, we just seen some fucking mountain and haven't seen shit since. Like, when they come out and say shit like this, the least you can do is just give us another trailer, another teaser or something.
Yeah.
Like, man, we got to wait another 3 years potentially. Well, at least I get it. Because, if you give a 30 snippet Elder Scroll trailer right now, 2025, bro, we're going to have 30-minute YouTube trailers,
Well,
free, heavy frame.
Outer
them
Scrolls
something to do.
before Fallout, right? So we're getting Outer Scrolls, and then after that, I think it's going to be a Fallout. So we've got fucking forever to wait.
Yeah, for both of them.
Forever. Yeah, I'm going 2030. 2030 for this.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
we
I'm
might
here
not
for it.
make it, bro.
Right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hopefully, we
All
are.
those people who
I
are
feel
waiting
bad
for
for the
it.
Skyrim grandma, man. That's fucked up, bro.
Yeah, we better like with GTA now, we better enjoy it because like we might not make it to the next one. It's
Yeah,
like
for
gonna be
sure.
another
Yes.
20 fucking years. I'm
Yes.
about to hit 40. So I was
Yeah,
like, yo, I'm in danger.
definitely.
That's always been like randomly one of my thoughts are like, what happens if I'm really excited for a game and then it like I die before it comes out?
That's fucking crazy.
Oh,
Man.
how miserable would I be?
That's why I'll be
Yeah.
bitching and complaining about delays a lot, bro. That shit pissed me off.
I
Because,
know. But it's like you're caught between like a rock and a hard place in that situation as a consumer because you're like, I don't want it to be delayed, but I don't want to waste my money on an unfinished, broken game.
Yeah.
Like,
It's not the same when you're gonna build or when you're gonna cook something that's gourmet that when you were cooking McDonald's or something microwave or some nasty ass TV dinner shit. you know,
yeah,
when like I feel like like spend as much time as you can in this game. Make sure that we get a good product that is polished and that is like what we want as gamers. And I mean, if we don't make it, man, it is what it is. Like at least I got to play a bunch of freaking games. And I'm good. I'll be alright with it. You know what I'm saying? I play from Haven or some shit. But I'm not planning on
mm,
leaving anytime soon. So fuck that
yeah,
shit. I'm gonna
facts.
be playing
yeah,
all of this. That's what I eat good. I stay healthy. You know what I'm saying? Try to like not stress. And I mean, you never know, but you have to like do the best that you can to like because that's one good motivation to have in life to have something to look forward to. Like I know we all got plans and stuff, but when you got like a game that you're looking forward to play, and you're like, I can't wait to get my hands on this game. That is motivation right there, at least for me.
Yeah,
It gets me
mm.
going. Yeah.
yeah. I love Elder Scrolls to death, man. So hopefully that shit get here rather sooner than later, man. Because Oblivion, like I said, that shit a disappointment, man.
We're
It's
getting
stutterfest.
we're getting out of
You didn't
scrolls.
like it? Hold
Nah,
on, hold on, hold on.
it stutters too much, bro. And it happens on my
But
Xbox and it happens on
everything
my Pro.
stutters. But why doesn't stutter in my rig? It's just like, come on, man. Listen,
Hey, we
generations
got
are
two different
happening.
experiences, man.
Listen, I hear people saying Call of Duty is struggling on the PlayStation and on the Xbox, that they're not getting the best performance in there. I don't have to deal with that. I play on
I
my
mean,
computer. It's doing
I respect that, but
You
you know.
I personally, I see enough technically impressive games that are running on the PS5 and Series X
Oh,
and
yeah.
PS Pro and Switch 2 to sit here and be like, oh, I need to go get some high end shit. Nah, it's just poor optimization.
Yep.
It stutters everywhere. Like it's just a UE5 thing. Maybe in the later iterations it'll be ironed out and shit like that. But
yeah.
that's not really a hardware issue at that point.
Mm.
It's a goddamn, like I said, ain't nothing looking like GTA, and I ain't see one stutter in GTA trailer. So we'll see when it get
Mm.
Well,
here.
that's not
But
the trailers. We don't know if that's gonna make it either to the game.
yeah,
We'll have to
Love
see.
this. TGAN says demo been a PC guy for 2 days and already master race.
demo been a PC for a
No,
minute.
I've been in PC for a while. What are you
You've
talking
been on
about?
PC for ages.
Yeah, so somebody said you flip to PC. The fuck do you think I've been making all my content on, bro? Like in the boot? Like, get out of here, dude. Like
On your cell phone.
PC for a while. And I
In
always had
person.
PC. Back in the day, I used to make music and all of that, and I always had like PCs. Remember back in the day when you needed a sound card to
Mhm.
get music going in your PC?
Yeah,
Like you
I
don't need
remember
that
that.
anymore. Yeah, you don't need that anymore. So man, it's not that I am a PC guy. I've still got my Xbox here right next to me. It's still turned on. And I go back and forth between one or the other one. I don't mind, but it's just like certain games, it just feels better to play on the PC because you get the best out of it. The games, the quality. It's just, I mean, it's just like a fact. You put them in there, is that you get like 240 FPS, and you're like, what? Like, how can I do this on my
Mm.
Xbox? Barely make it to 60 in a lot of games. A
Yeah.
lot of games come like, oh, you running the game at 120 FPS or whatever, and then when you go in and you go into your counter, the FPS counter is on your monitor. It's like, oh yeah, one thing, 105, 99, and you're like, fuck is going on here, dude? Like I'm being scammed. Like, but you not, you don't see it's not that important. But then, like when you get into more competitive gaming, then all of that matters, especially
It does matter.
latency,
Yep.
which I believe that's the biggest difference when you play it on PCs. Latencies, how fast your controller reacts to what you press. That
Mhm.
latency, that gets you killed in Call of Duty. That's like, oh shit, I seen it and I got killed. Oh, a dude playing at 260. It's not cheating. It's just like seeing the game faster than you are. That's where you get like, cooked. It's
The
not
frame
you. You're
refresh
not
is
getting
faster.
gold.
Yeah.
It's just like the game is he's seen it one game. It's like, it's like Panda right now. It's Sunday. It's Saturday here. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. And dude, that's the biggest difference that I noticed, especially when you are playing in high MPC
Yeah.
compared to the console.
I would
And it's
agree.
just like, but that doesn't mean that I'm gonna stop playing on console. Fuck yeah. Like I'm gonna be playing on
Mm,
my Xbox all the freaking time. I play on my Xbox all the time. It's a beautiful
interesting.
thing. I have it right here next to me. And if I wanna, like, look, on Thanksgiving, I'm going to spend it at my sister, my mother-in-law, and my brother-in-law has his PC rig in there. We wanna continue to play Call of Duty, wanna do campaign, zombies, whatever. I just gotta pick up my Xbox and take it over there. That's it. I don't even need to bring nothing else. Easy as that. Like imagine if I had to carry my whole PC. It'll look like I'm moving. With the beatbox, the keyboard, the monitor. They're gonna look weird, dude.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I got my Xbox. I take it over there. I'm gonna be playing. I'm gonna have as much fun as I have playing on my PC. It's not gonna make a difference to me. It's just like I'm a content creator, and with
Mhm.
my rig, I was seeing some struggles when I was streaming. Some of the performance was dipping and shit. I was like, oh shit, like maybe it's time for me to update at this point. Because like you says, NextGenNero, like some of the games are badly optimized. It doesn't mean that my
Yep.
Mhm,
PC was bad. But now this PC doesn't give a fuck. It doesn't
mhm.
care. It's like badly optimized. I don't care, man.
Does
Kick
it?
that shit in the butt, keep going, put that 240 FPS in that and then keep moving. Like, who
Yeah,
cares?
yeah.
It's just like, it's just an improvement. That's it.
Hmm.
How much
Well,
did your new setup cost?
Oh, you sure you want to talk? You want to get into this
Oh, never
conversation?
mind. I just want to know. Never mind. We'll talk about it off camera. Then it's one of
Not
them.
really. Look, listen. I was smart about it.
Mhm,
I was watching videos about graphic cards and their cost and parts and the cost. And they were saying, and during this season, it's very good to get into like building your PC because you get the Black Friday holidays, which just started like weeks ago. But you don't know
mhm.
about it because I don't want to tell you. But the discounts started a long time ago, so I was able to pick up. I open my Amazon, right? I'm at work, I'm chilling, open Amazon, and I type in 5080 graphic card, and I start scrolling down and I see a 5080 by MSI. It's called the Inspire. It's beautiful. I'm gonna show you a picture, you guys. And it was only $1,000 when that car that I was looking at cost like $1,700. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck it, because I had in mind getting the motherboard with the CPU and the power supply combo type thing and having that in there, sitting there. And then, you know what I'm saying? I was even going to upgrade my computer. I wasn't even going to get a new one. But when I saw that, I was like, okay, let me get the graphics card. And then it's like a rolling ball, you know? Okay.
Mhm.
I started going to Micro Center and checking out the deals. They got bundles with motherboards and CPUs and all of that. Started looking up CPUs and stuff. And I was like, you know what? Let's just go over there. Next thing, while I want buying all that stuff, I see a box that I like, and I was like, oh shit. And then I was like, you know what? What is that Asus Strix monitor 1440p with the OLED? You know what? Fuck it, throw it in that firm. Because now here they
yep.
give you a firm. I don't know if you know about that, and you can buy shit on credit. So I bought my parts, bought in my credit card that I already, had like a threshold set up for the like a budget, and
Mhm,
I had some cash as well. And then I added that to my Affirm. I put in Affirm my monitor that was like about $800 in total.
mhm.
And that's it. I'm good. I got it already. The only thing that I have to do is pay Affirm. I think it's like $100 a month. For like I don't know, for like eight
So with
months or
everything
something.
included, because I know you got to buy multiple parts and shit to get it all complete. How much was it? Not including the monitor, because I don't really count
Not
that.
not including the monitor. I'm thinking 2000 because the bundle with the CPU and everything else was like I would say like 2500.
Okay. Now,
Like
see,
my
this is why. Let me see, and I love that for you. This is why I'm console master race, right? Because
yeah,
including tariffs right now, but inflation. A PS5 Pro for 750, $800 Series X 2 TB, and a Switch for 500 is $2,000 and 50.
yeah,
Plus tax. So for me, I get what you get with all that power and all that future proofing, and I love that for you. But for me, I look at it like, now I got my Pro,
yeah.
my monitor, I got my Switch when I leave town, and I got my Series X and my 4K TV in the living room. So it's like no matter where I'm at in the household, I'm
Right.
free to really move around with ease. So that's why I'm console master
Yeah.
race. You know what I'm saying? As
That's
long,
Yeah.
why
but
this is
Xbox not
not
in
a
that.
one size fits all. This
Yeah,
is
Mm.
like based on your needs. I'm a content
yeah.
creator, and one of the reasons why I upgraded my stuff was to like bring people better content.
Yeah.
So that my streams look better, so that everything looks better, and then people, come to my channel and they can enjoy themselves.
And you
That's
do
one
make
of the
you do
that's
make really good content too, bro. Like
and
not I got to give you flowers. Real, just sorry not to
appreciate
cut
that,
you off
man.
because fuck this new PC you got. Before you got this PC, bro, you don't your content was still fire. I just got to say that, bro. Whether it's the
Yeah,
videos, whether it's your streams, even the way you've been just gaming and shit lately, I'm happy as fuck for you, bro. And with your upgrade, you deserve that, man.
awesome,
Because
man.
we talked about it earlier. Panda mentioned, what if we die before one of the games becoming? Yo,
Oh, fuck that.
life is too short not to treat yourself. That's why if
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm able to, I'm gonna go get a Switch. I'm gonna go get a Pro. I'm gonna just do
yeah.
what I
Why
want to
not?
do as a game because it's not no guarantee you'll be here this time next year. So enjoy your life,
Yep.
enjoy and work hard for it, and treat
Enjoy
yourself, man.
gaming, yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
that's what I tell people. I tell people be mindful with your money. You don't really want to throw it away,
hmm
and maybe getting a rig like I did is not for you because you like playing on the PlayStation, you like playing on the Switch. But me, I don't give a fuck. I don't care about
hmm
none of that. I'm good with what I get in the PC with Xbox, Steam, Epic, all of
hmm
that. I'm good. I feel like I'm complete. I barely have time to play the games that I own in those stores. And the content creation is also a big part of like what I'm doing right now. So I
hmm
was like, you know what, it's worth it for me. But like, I'm
for
not gonna
sure.
make you go ahead and go to your house, Nero,
No,
and
no, for sure.
hit you with the shankla and be like, "Hey, you need a PC,"
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? Like,
I couldn't hear you earlier when we first started behind the scenes, but you heard me playing my Switch, man. I'm not gonna, man.
yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
demo, you need to get this Odyssey, man. You gotta go now, man. I'm just happy we
fire,
all eating
fire,
good, man. We all
fire.
eating good.
It's just a feeling that when
Yeah,
you
yeah.
get something new and shiny, right?
Hell
Whether
yeah,
it be a
man. It's a
Nintendo
great feeling.
Switch, even if in a
hmm
PlayStation or whatever,
That's why I say I know the
it
feeling,
just
man.
feels good. Yeah,
I've
yeah.
been saying all night, I'm happy for you, man, because I just know that
Awesome.
feeling of just treating
Yeah.
yourself to something you really
Yeah.
work hard for and deserve, man.
This is our hobby. I don't do nothing. I used to like be on into cars and shit. And that shit is
hmm
way more expensive than any
Way
of this.
more, way
The
more.
the, the tires only are like $600-$700 only in tires. It's just fucking
hmm
rubber. It doesn't do shit.
Yeah,
And
it's
it's
funny
seven
you
hundred
say that.
dollars.
Because I tell my girl all the time. Sometimes she be like, "Wow, gaming expensive. A pro is what?" So
Yeah.
I was like, "Babe, listen. Let me tell you about these hobbies. You know how much season tickets cost if you're a super NFL fan and you want to go to every game, even just one ticket.
Yep.
I used to collect a lot of shoes and care about designer shit growing up. So I'm like, man, just people throw $300-$400 away on a designer belt. You
What
know what
about
I'm saying?
fishing? What about skiing?
Yeah, all
Skiing is
that.
super
Oh my
expensive.
Yeah.
You have
god,
to
the
take a
amount of
trip
money
to
I spent on
Colorado,
skincare.
buy gear, all of that
Yeah.
is about
Everything.
$1,000 or more each time.
hmm
And this is only like a one-time thing that is gonna last me for years. I'm gonna be really using it, because I'm gonna squeeze the value out of it. Trust me, I'm gonna be dropping more videos on Dreamcast guy when Xbox is dead and shit.
When it's
Yeah.
finally dead, because the last video he announced was like, it's officially now it's finally dead.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah,
not. It's
they're all
not.
there.
They'll
That's a
be
joke.
dead again next
They're
week.
still doing their thing. Like, trust me, bro. Xbox is making a lot of games.
Oh yeah.
Xbox is gonna be
Yeah.
fine because of
They
the move
own
that they
like
make games.
NextGenNero like totally hit the nail in the head, saying that each of these companies are like winning their own way. They're
hmm
Yeah,
winning their own little battles. They're doing good. They're making money. We're the ones who's stressing about like, oh, somebody played the game that I only play. The only I can play. Like, what the fuck is
yeah,
that?
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Grow up.
weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so fucking weird.
Everybody thriving, man. Everybody thriving.
Everybody is really thriving,
If
man.
they wasn't thriving, they'll be having a Sega
Every
right
game is
now.
surviving, and these companies thrive. And
Yep.
I mean, you know what? Even Concord is thriving. You know, you heard about the I don't know whether
Yeah, I
you
heard it
know
was making
about
a
the
comeback.
servers. There's
Yeah,
so like 2, 3 cats that made a in
yeah.
server. They were like, we miss
I heard
Concord.
it hit a Steam peak of 6 people in that server today. That's
Oh
huge.
my
That's
god,
huge for that game.
that's huge, bro. Hey, yo, it's more people than in release day, bro, for sure.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm still surprised it only ever sold 25,000 copies. I can't believe 25,000 people bought that game.
Oh yeah, and go ahead and go on Twitter and be like, oh, trying to unbox this bad boy because the servers were up, but then I don't know what happened. They got like taken down or something, and they like sort of stopped the momentum, which it kind of sucks because it's like, okay, let these people like play the damn game, bro. Like,
Enjoy the
like
game.
years.
It's somebody in that 25,000 that Sarah's Starfield is ass.
Oh
That just goes to
yeah,
show
Oh yeah,
you.
yeah,
yeah.
that's
Yeah,
a
Heaps
funny
of
yeah,
them.
thing.
Heaps of them said
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. There's a
it's
lot of
crazy
people
work.
who say this game is bad, they say, but they went ahead and bought Concord and they even pre-order and bought all the battle passes and extra
Hmm.
content and shit. And it's like, whatever. I'm not gonna knock it down, bro. This is like what they like, what
Yeah.
they enjoy. I mean, I wouldn't
Hmm.
touch it with like my
Yeah.
left feet, but you know,
Yep.
Yeah,
go ahead.
yeah.
Have fun.
They tried to prove a point and um then they had to eat crow for the rest of the they'll have to eat crow for the rest of their lives, basically, the ones who were like,
Yeah.
it's greater than Starfield.
Why? Why do I have to
Crazy work.
always like bring up Starfield? That's one of the other games that I try on the rig. And let me tell you something, man.
Hmm.
Wow.
What was that?
Beautiful ass game. Well
Yeah.
done.
Beautiful.
Amazing in every freaking way, aspect. It could definitely use some work in certain areas, but it's so freaking
Hmm.
Nice
amazing.
game.
And it's just like feels super nice to play, man. That's
Yep.
that's all like you can hate it. You can it's
You
like
are
hating on
people
Fast and the Furious. You can hate on it, but one thing is for sure it's entertaining. That's
Yeah.
it.
Mm,
That's all you gotta know. It might be over the top. It might be like, oh my god, what the hell is going on? But it is entertaining. That's it. Like
yeah.
who suck, but it's entertaining. That's it.
All right. Well,
Yes.
my energy levels have dropped. It's because I was rushing to get here, so my energy levels like crazy, and now I'm just peaked. Like it peaked, and now it's dropping. I'm crashing, so I need to stand up
Yep.
and move. All right, we're gonna head out. Demo, where can everybody find you? And thank you so much for being on the show. I love having you around. You're such a
Appreciate you guys.
great vibe, good energy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I really love coming here, man. Since day one, ever since you guys invited me over here, and I've really connected with Nero and with you guys. It's like amazing. I miss the hell out of Red Tree. I used to like love listening to him and his takes
Oh,
and
I miss
shit.
them
Yeah.
Love
too.
how he used to like push Nero to be like a PC
It's
guy
my
and
other
shit.
PC brother.
That
Yeah.
dynamic was so much fun. Yeah, I really miss him, and
Yeah.
I really like listening to a show as well. In my downtime, I usually have you here in my secondary monitor, while I'm playing games and stuff, and just like supporting you guys in any way that I can. But you can find me, bro, on these Call of Duty lobbies, bro. Like killing shit, breaking hips and ankles. You know what I mean? Twisting
Yes,
your
sir.
neck and whatnot. Blackout 7. I'll be like getting wild in it, and I'm probably gonna be streaming tomorrow if God allows it and I don't have anything crazy going on. But yeah, dropping content with the new rig next week. We're going all in, bro. We're not even pulling out. We're just like banging and banging, banging after banging.
Yes,
And we're
sir.
just gonna drop content and videos and stuff. We got a lot to talk about. Cover all these topics, all these Sony PlayStation fanboys acting a fool and whatnot. So yeah, that's where you can find me Fridays with Simone and Duro at night. If you wanna go to the night shift, we have a lot of fun. It's super unhinged. Come check us out. And Friday mornings as well with like Power Boss for now because Desire has been super busy with work. But yeah, I want to say happy Thanksgiving in case I don't get to
Definitely.
see you guys because I don't know if they celebrate that in New Zealand. But let me tell you
Nope.
something about holidays. I don't care what they celebrate, what they're about, and nothing is a holiday, and I celebrate it too. I don't care if it's Hanukkah, I don't care if it's Christmas, I don't care if it's a day of a freaking sun in I don't know the end of the world. I celebrate a freaking holiday that I'm allowed because it's a day off first and foremost. Food and family comes together.
Life's
That's
too
like,
short.
how can you not
Yeah.
celebrate that, man? So people be like, oh, celebrate this over there. I even celebrate Columbus Day. I know people don't like that shit, but you know what? It used to be a day off, and you know what? Whatever. I don't give a shit. I be like, day off. I'll take it. Don't remove it. Keep it, and then you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah,
why
yeah.
we like we hate it, right? But why we complain that we get a day off because of it? Like, this is payback.
Definitely, I
Give me
agree.
that shit. You know? So yeah, hit the like button, subscribe, y'all.
Thank you.
Dale.
Thank
Definitely.
you.
Yeah, yeah.
Nero, anything you want to add before we close out the show?
Nah, man, just thank you, Demo, man. I appreciate you, man. Like I said, enjoy that PC, brother. If you
Mm.
see me out there, man, take it easy on me, man. In
Nah,
Battlefield, I'm
no,
probably
no.
gonna definitely spin back. Like I said, I didn't hate my time with the multiplayer. It was
Yeah,
more
yeah.
more of what
It's
I like to
alright.
do.
It's
So,
alright. It's alright.
yep.
Yeah, you just gotta
So,
get into it.
yeah. So, yeah, man. Just I'm like Demo, man,
Mm.
trying to pump out some content, some reviews and shit like that. I'm working on. So,
Yeah.
yeah. I thank everybody for coming through. Hit that like button, subscribe, share with a friend.
What's
Yeah, have
up?
a good night, everybody. Enjoy your weekend and have some fun gaming. We will be back next week. Thank you, everybody. Bye.